Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Syke here. Stream is not ending. I just realized it said thanks for watching. Stream's not over. The stream is just starting. What's going on, everybody? This is Syke here, and today we're going to be streaming some Top Survivor rank with Green, and we're going to be playing the new buffed Embalmer. So Embalmer got buffed. Basically now, he's going to be able to... Well, he's invincible now after he comes out of coffin, and that goes with all survivors. Whenever they come out of a coffin, you are now able to be invincible no matter what in your coffin. Some of you guys might be wondering, what does that mean? Because you were already invincible. Like, don't if the hunter swung at you, it's like swinging at air, it doesn't do damage. Well, now stuff like wax artists, Naiad, they cannot like build up wax and they cannot build up water on you until the coffin effect ends. Because in the past, what would happen is, yeah, you couldn't get hit, but you would just have like wax artists put 96 wax on you, so that way, right as your wax, like your invincibility is about to end, then he would wax you, your timer would run out, and then you would just get hit. And so hunters like wax artists would be very good against Embalmer, just because when you come out of the coffin, no matter what that survivor is, they would just get immediately waxed and all that good stuff. Same thing with Naiad. She might like build up like 90% water on you, and then right as your wax, sorry, not your wax, right as your coffin runs out, you would just immediately get that 100% on you. I don't think there's any other hunter. There is Shadow. I believe Shadow is going to be the same thing, where if you get like a tombstone on you, you're not going to be increasing your eyeball. I'm pretty sure I have not tested that one, but I'm pretty sure that one, again, same thing. It's not going to apply. Cat stuns. This is really interesting. I did test this one. The cat will trigger, but you will not get stunned. So against something like Anne in the past, you would just get stunned. But now the cat will trigger. Anyone in the coffin... Well, anyone inside the cat radius will get stunned, except whoever came out of that coffin, which is really interesting. Very odd that the cat will still trigger. You just will not get stunned if the cat's like gets stepped inside the range of the N. Other survivors will, which is interesting. So just like in the past, if there were multiple survivors inside the same cat area, when the ant steps in, all survivors would get stunned. Same thing with like when there's survivors in body blocking an Embalmer or someone coming out of coffin, everyone except the guy who came out of the coffin would get stunned. So like pretty interesting stuff. Don't think there's anyone else that this would really impact, that this buff would really impact, I should say. Is there anyone else who would like gain? Maybe you cannot gain Hermit colors when you just came out of the coffin, which would be pretty cool. Because again, it's kind of like a status effect. Same thing with Wax Artist and Naiad and Shadow and I guess kind of puts a status effect on you. You would not get affected. I assume you would not get affected by Hermit. That one might be another one worth testing. I wonder if in the past you'd be able to get hit by a breaking wheel spike, but that one I'm not so sure about whether that was the case before, and I still don't know if that's the case right now. So I guess we'll have a lot to find out today. In the meantime, though, we're gonna be waiting on Green to finish his match. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, but you guys can go ahead and watch Green while we wait. Let me just make sure everything is good here. Oh, they're against Mad Eyes. And they got Wildlings, so that's really nice for them. Wildlings gonna be very good against Mad Eyes, just because he can jump over the fence for free, which is gonna be really nice. What about Hula Blue? Hula Blue got nerfed. Oh, what about Hula Blue balls? What about the colors? That's a good question. That's a good question. I actually don't know that. Is the Cypher about to be done? No, this is not the last Cypher. I'm kind of surprised they're rushing it. I guess the other Cypher's about to get done, right? Otherwise, there's... Yeah, that makes sense. They just need to prioritize getting the Cypher done that's about to get pressured. And then the last Cypher is fine to pop, so... Their match is about to end. He's farming owls, that's pretty cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back, guys. What's up, everybody? I'm back. Invisible Psyche. Psyche, did you see that Sainty got banned? I just saw it today. I just checked his channel today, and he has like 3 streams of the same thumbnail saying that he got banned. Does anyone know what he got banned for, though? I don't know what he got banned for. How did he get banned? I didn't even know they did permanent bans. You know how many times I see people say crazy stuff and they just get away with like a global chat ban? That's nothing. So I'm surprised that let's not ban that. I'm surprised that he got permanently banned. It said permanently suspended, which I never understood why stuff says permanently suspended. Like what? Suspension is temporary. Expulsion is permanent. So I don't understand permanent suspension. That's like a oxymoron. If you guys learned that from English school. Does anyone even remember that term? Oxymoron? I just liked it because it said moron in the word. I know, real mature. Okay, let's play Embalmer. They banned Mechanic, which is ironic. Because Mechanic is not that great of a TIE survivor compared to Embalmer. I think Embalmer's a much better TIE survivor. Mechanic, I don't think you're going to get wins consistently just because she's not a great decoder, she's not a great kiter, she's not a great rescuer. She's good at just having like a 5th survivor just to get guaranteed decode in, but her main body decode's a little bit too slow. So does her robot. It's good for just, you know, average decode, but otherwise Mechanic is kind of eh. It's just good to play against Shadow, Hula Man. You guys are going to hear me say this 5 million times. Until Mechanic gets majorly reworked or people stop banning Mech, you're going to hear me say this all the time. Stop using Mechanic. She's a tournament exclusive for a reason. We ban the hunters that Mechanic would be good against. There's no reason to play Mechanic. She's not good against the other hunters. Their abilities are just too efficient. They come back too quickly for a robot to realistically kite them out. Mechanic is good against those hunters like Go-Man, Shadow, because they take a long time to kill the robot. It's hard for them to get one hit in. They rely on either a long time to build up their ability, like ability spam, kind of like Go-Man or Hulu. They just wait on their cooldowns, but their cooldowns are quite expensive, you know? Or like Shadow that relies on one hit and then a blink. Happens to be that Embalmer's a really bad pick on Church, just because we don't really have a great place to coffin. I don't know who the hunter is, though, so we're just going to have to be wary here for now. Oh, Lizard. That's not great. Not great. Lizard's like one of those hunters where if you have an ability to deal with it, it's not so bad. But if you don't have an ability to deal with it, it's kind of hard to kite out with just broken windows. And, by the way, a good Lizard will be able to jump over these windows. And even that church window you can jump over. Same thing for Prisoner. It's going to be very hard for him to realistically kite here. But we'll see here. Not the end of the world. There is still Church. Church is still good against Lizard just because, man, my camera's really low. Church is still good against Lizard because obviously the moment you step into Church, if he was in the middle of doing like an infinite jump, then he'll have to get stopped by the wall. It's also expensive to do the infinite jump. I say this every once in a while. Whenever we go against Lizard, as great as the infinite jump is, guys, it's expensive. It's really expensive. Every jump after the second one takes 15 energy. It takes 5, 10, 15 for the third jump, and then all jumps after that take 15. It's expensive. Man, I'm really burpy. And if you didn't like have a chair recently, if you didn't chair anyone recently, and you've just been going across the map trying to pressure ciphers and you haven't been able to get a chair, that's when you start to notice it the most, where it's like, man, you just don't have a chance to like sit down and chill and camp, because you know the hunter is having to use his abilities constantly to pressure, and when you're not able to sit down, you're gonna realize just how expensive it is to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, as opposed to something like Opera Stinger where it's basically for free. You know, basically 0 seconds. She could probably travel just as fast as Lizard. Lizard will obviously be faster, but again, very expensive to do that. To go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and if you're not getting any hits, if you're not able to chair anyone. Nice. No lucky Terror Shock for him today. Cool, cool, cool. Always happy to see that. But as you guys can see, the smash is very good. The smash is very good. One of Lizard's best abilities. You know, it's one of the most powerful abilities in this game. I'm not gonna lie. The Lizard smash attack, it's a pretty strong ability. But the problem with it is just early game, it's really hard to play Lizard without the smash. He becomes one of the worst hunters without the smash, which is really ironic. Like, you may as well just play Geisha. And I believe Geisha could, you know, travel around the map a little bit more efficiently not reliant. You know, right now here Lizard's gonna be better though, because look, he's just gonna be able to jump over these walls. There's not gonna be a whole lot we can do, honestly. So Lizard here is gonna be very good. Just pursuing Embalmer. We're gonna want to spam like walls here. Tall walls are gonna be very annoying for Lizard. As you can see here, he cannot really jump after us. He could jump there, but again, you'll see he cannot do like a full infinite jump because there's just a huge wall in the way. That's a charge attack. That's nice. Nope, it's not a stun. The animation definitely makes it look like a stun, but it's not. Ugh. That was close. I don't know if we're going to be able to get away with a hit here. Nice! Beautiful stuff. We take those. Let's get behind the wall so he cannot know where we are. He'll probably jump here. No, he's not jumping. Okay, well, we're forced to jump here. Oh, he still didn't hit us. He thought we'd go for the pallet, I guess. Really good for us. He's kind of messing up here. We want to be careful when we drop pallets, because the moment we drop a pallet, ugh, that kind of sucks. I wish I could. I need to find the ping for like where, like, to go decode Shaq right now. Because right now they're kind of doing the cipher that we don't need to do right now. We don't need to do Top Broken, we need to do Shaq. Unless they already finished Shaq. As soon as this novelist pops the cipher, oh, they already did Shaq. I can tell because 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys are gonna see here that we already saw where one of the ciphers is. Yep, 1, 2, 3. These are the last 3 ciphers. We already finished Shaq. That's not good. That's really bad. I guess it's not the end of the world. Like I said, Church is going to be a huge advantage for us. Just because you see this huge building in the way, he cannot jump over this. So if he wants to travel from Top Broken to my cipher here, he's going to have to get past Church here. That's a huge circle he has to take. Again, like I said, very expensive to go jumping more than 3 times. Very expensive. Even the third jump is already 15 energy. All the others are also 15. And so like right now he just teleported on a cipher, but A, he teleported on a full health person, and B, so by the way, the full health means he won't be able to just chair them. Even if he does get a hit, which he didn't, he just got stunned because of the book. But B, if he wants to leave, well then he can't, because there's a gigantic church in the way. He needs to go take a huge circle around the church. Maybe he'll jump, I don't know, but even then that would be very inefficient. And he would just have no ability left for the endgame after that. So here we go. Unfortunately, we don't have Novelist's appearance here, which really sucks. I really wish... let's see. I don't know if we want to pop yet. The reason I'm not popping it, 2 reasons. Maybe he wants to get some book up, and B, maybe he's in a bad area. I'm just going to wait for his call here. Yep, there we go. I think that was much better. Look, he's now in a great position now. He cannot really do a good jump. He's busy vaulting a window. I'd say that was much better, to just sit there and wait. I trust that Green will know what he's doing. Green will take advantage of that hit recovery and go to an area where it's very difficult to smash him. And we should be able to leave. I just really wish we had like a coffin here. It doesn't really matter because you know, A, dungeon is probably more reliable, and Y's dungeon more reliable because B, he has teleport. Oh my god, is he gonna escape? No, he didn't escape. No, he was so close. He was literally on the invisible barrier of escaping. Oh, too bad. He almost escaped there. So close. I guess teleport was on cooldown actually. Teleport was probably on cooldown. Was teleport on cooldown? His first kite was pretty long, and then we took like 40-ish seconds before he went down there. Teleport was either just up or like 10 seconds off, something like that. Man, that really sucks. Well, he did really good there still. Again, Nava is such a good survivor. Seriously, one of the best survivors in the game. Survivor I should honestly play more often. Maybe I should like... should I drop Magician to play Novelist more often? Because Magician is like my go-to survivor right now. Where if like I just want a good survivor who will do good against every hunter, I just go Magician. Because he's so trustworthy, you know? Such a trustworthy guy. You can tell a secret too. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is, you know, he's so good against any hunter, really. You know, as opposed to something like Novelist, you know, he's very good against any hunter who has to walk after you. But there are a couple hunters who kind of work a little bit differently, who work a little bit odd, like Shadow. You know, it's going to be really hard to ever look at her without, you know, being at a little bit of a disadvantage, getting so much eyeball effect for free. to the Shadow, and also Blood Queen. Novice could be really bad if you go against something like Blood Queen. Clerk could also be pretty bad. You know, even if you stun her, if you got recorded, you're going to give her a pallet drop animation, and 2 pallet drop animations are sometimes enough to kill a survivor. It's just such a strong ability. Are feet censored? Now I just look really weird. I don't know what he's supposed to, what he means by that. Is that supposed to be a swear? It's Shadow. What's up, Shadow? Is this the real Shadow? I don't think anyone is stealing Shadow's identity, right? Man, we got a really good map from Embalmer here. It's just not great to play Embalmer when you already have someone who's taking up Hospital. Just because, you know, obviously we're gonna want Mind's Eye in Hospital. But I guess we'll see here. I guess we'll see. We could always wait and see here. I guess we'll spawn here. The plan is probably going to be, let's say they spawn below me. We're going to set up a coffin in Shack, and we're going to try to make our way towards Hospital. We might have to take a hit doing so. We're really sad. But the advantage is if we get a blink out, then we can just take the Tide Turner, go into Forest, all the way in the corner of Forest, and then we use our coffin. And then we could get a pretty good start. Ideally, I'd like to save the pallet for that second rebound. So that would be the idea. Fat is censored? Really? Fat is censored? I wouldn't expect that. If it's a mobility hunter here, like Gisha or Percy, that could be pretty bad too. Depends. Really depends here. We'll just silently vault this. He decided to leave. Interesting. Interesting he decided to leave there. I guess he realized that if he leaves here, there's going to be not a cipher. So that if he leaves, I'm going to have to take like 15 seconds to walk to the next cipher. I don't know, maybe he saw a glimpse of Mind's Eye. Maybe Mind's Eye like dropped down the hole and passed by double doors and he saw that. Maybe that could be it. Just like a mind game here. Maybe he was waiting for the Mind's Eye cane cooldown to run out, and then as soon as it runs out, he goes straight for the Mind's Eye. Maybe. I just think it's really foolish to use the Mind's Eye cane early on. There's no reason to. And you know, who benefits? Guys, who benefits from the cane? No one. Seer can just ping us who the hunter is. So Mind's Eye should save the cane and save it for a kite, because for those who don't know, I know Mind's Eye got buffed so that you like Hunter can't see the outline, and some of you guys might be wondering, well, it's like Foes Go can't anyway see the outlines of survivors. Right. But Mind's Eye does a different buff. A long time ago, she got this like years ago now. Whenever you use the cane near the hunter, if you're the one getting chased and the hunter's really close to you, you actually reduce their interaction speed. So pallet breaking and window vaulting are significantly slower, 30% up to 30% slower if you're within 6 meters of the hunter. So you should save the cane for when the hunter's about to vault or break something, because then they're going to do it 30% slower. You know, if you're not within 6 meters, then it's just going to be 22% slower. If I'm memorizing the numbers right. It might be like 24, but I'm pretty sure it's 22. 22 for like between 6 meters and 30 meters or something like that. And anything outside 30 meters, it's going to be 14% slower. So if you use the cane, then everyone benefits at least 14%. But if you're the one getting chased early game, save it. Save it in case you get chased, and that way you'll help your chase out a little bit. And they buffed the Mind's Eye cane cooldown. They made it 45 seconds instead of 50. It's a small buff, but that 5 seconds maybe means that you'll be able to like maybe get like a third cane in on your kite, or maybe like, you know, at least 2 maybe before your kite. Maybe you were struggling so hard before that even getting more than 1 maybe was too difficult. But you know, they did buff that. It is better for kiting now. I know no one thinks about the cane as like a kiting tool. It's a kiting tool, guys. Mind's Eye's cane is a kiting tool, not just for seeing the hunter, but also when you use the cane, the actual ability strike. That's not good. That's really bad. He's gonna come for us 100%. If he doesn't come for us, I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, as I was right, he is coming straight for me. Because like, there's no reason to go for Gravekeeper in Hospital. No reason. There's no reason to do that. He's definitely going to use his like pickaxe right about now, probably. Where is he going? My man. I'm over here preparing for Kai. I still don't have a heartbeat. Okay, I'm just going to communicate to my teammates. Just like, be careful here. Again, Gravekeeper, as long as one person is decoding, even if one person is decoding, that's better. That's still worth the rotation. All this time I wasted, like walking around the map, that's fine. Because if even just one person is decoding, then him not chasing anyone is still him losing time. Because every second someone is decoding is him losing time. And he cannot be doing that. If no one is decoding, then technically no one is gaining anything. Like Hunter's not gaining anything. And Survivor's not gaining anything. I have a feeling we might just have to like take a hit here. Just like a basic hit here just to get to like hospital is what I'm thinking. But it's not going to be good here because of full presence. Okay, that was a really bad pickaxe from him. And honestly, maybe we just go in the corner here. I'm thinking that we just use the coffin here and we just do the exact same thing. Unfortunately, we can't really go hospital because if we go hospital, I'm just gonna use the coffin here. Because if I use the coffin here, then they're just gonna be able to decode the cipher machine. So that's the idea here, and now he has to pressure the cipher machine. He can't go after me. If he goes after me, then we're gonna do the cipher machine. So this is gonna be a very good coffin right now. Just because now the hunter is not gonna be able to realistically go for me. We could have someone else do the cipher machine at that point. Because now it's too dangerous for me to do it. Whoa, 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 what was that? We get a speed up? We get a speed up after the bubble? I didn't know about that. So you also get a speed up? What was that? We're definitely going to heal here, by the way. Because, I'm almost certain that he's eventually going to get scared and go for the cipher machine here. And if he doesn't, he might go after it right now. I don't know. He's okay. Looks like he's pretty confident that no one is going to be doing on the cipher. Unfortunately, that cipher... Okay. There we go. He did switch targets, as I was saying. Right on cue. If this is a hunter who is scared, who is realistically aware, then he should be checking that cipher, and that's exactly what he did. It would be a little bit dumb luck if he did end up... I can't really do the cipher machine. If I do the cipher machine, he's going to go to it. That really sucks for me. I didn't even see him coming. Okay, that was a shovel. Really sad to take that chip hit. You see how close that chip hit was? It barely hit me. But it did hit me, unfortunately. Okay, we gotta be a little bit careful here. And I am gonna rescue here. It's just one chip hit. It's not the end of the world. And again, as long as we just stall here, that's good enough by me. You know, Full Skull doesn't really have an ability here to actually hit you out in the open. He has full presence, so as long as we're just careful of full presence, we're gonna be fine here. And as you can see, that rock doesn't do anything. Fast pallet breaking, good to know. We don't really need the owl. He's obviously waiting for full presence here. He's not pulling for us. I don't even think we really needed the owl there, but it's whatever. It is what it is. I guess the owl's like safer, you know? It's a safer bet. You just gotta be careful with it, because now he could go for the seer here very easily, and he could probably kill the seer if he just goes right out of birdcage and like, or that. I was gonna say pickaxe, but warp also works. You see, that's kind of the issue. I don't know. I would say the owl was like a little bit of like an overextension. I wouldn't say like the owl was really necessary there. In the worst case scenario, even if I fail, we'll have a few seconds to run with borrowed time, and then he can send the owl. I'm not so sure we'll be able to do this gate in time. I don't think we'll be able to do the gate in time. No, we will be able to do the gate in time. No, we won't. We will not. I have to split up here. So right now the Gravekeeper is going to be able to go for the seer here, because we're going to split the hunter away from the path of the survivor. Now I'm going to let him know the hunter change targets here. So if we have like a split here, but this is obviously not good here. This is not preferable. He did end up going for the seer right there, but I mean, if we can find out where a dungeon is. We still got a shot here. And we still got this pallet here. I'm just not so sure we'll be able to kite long enough is the only issue here. We can take a pickaxe hit. I don't really care. The problem is we can't take another pickaxe hit, which... I don't know if we'll be able to live here. Nice swing. We're going to take the pallets vault here. And this is basically our last shot here. I mean, it's either the dungeon is here or it's not. It's not here, unfortunately. Maybe, I guess it's still possible. Maybe he'll like... I don't know why he did that. Well, unfortunately, dungeon wasn't there. Was dungeon at the cipher that I was decoding? Where was dungeon again? I forgot where dungeon was. It might have just been on the cipher that I was decoding. I just don't remember. We're not going to be able to make that dungeon, though, even if it was in that corner. We could kite out till detention, but it's just we just don't have any ability to go back to gate, unfortunately. A little bit sad there, a little bit awkward, because if I don't leave the gate, he just stops both of us. We need to have like a distraction, and then we have like a shot here, because then he could get scared, he could go for the chair, he could overcommit, but just Full Skull just has really good mobility, unfortunately, so that it's very easy for him to go back and forth. Maybe like an extra shovel, and then we could have like, instead of me pressuring, we could have like Gravekeeper pressure, because then Gravekeeper can take a detention hit and just go for gate probably. It was unfortunate? No, it's guaranteed that he sees me. It's not unfortunate. He'll always be able to see me. Like that gate, the problem with that gate is that it's just very easy to see a survivor at that gate. I guess we could sit around and like wait behind Shaq, but if we do that, we're not going to give Gravekeeper enough time. We're not going to give Gravekeeper enough time for him to go for the chair if I don't leave sooner. We need to drag the hunter away as soon as possible, so that if Gravekeeper chooses to go for this chair, then he'll be able to make it. Because if I don't leave sooner, he's not going to make it. The chair timer is just going to run out. So we need to leave sooner. If anything, I want the hunter to see me. Just so that, because there's realistically no way he's not going to see anyone. He's always going to see at least one of us trying to go backwards. It's just a little bit sad because he has the mobility. We do not have the mobility. Mercenary could probably like escape there still. He could probably like do both. Mercenary is just such a good survivor. But Embalmer, we could pressure. We can cut out the tension, and we could drag the hunter away. You know, all these survivors can do it. Any survivor can really do it. That was a no ability kite. So if Embalmer could do it, really anyone can do it. It's just really unfortunate that against Fool's Gold. That is his one biggest advantage, is that he will put pressure on you quickly. His chase just sucks. It just takes forever to kill survivors. But of course, when you already kill 2 survivors, it doesn't matter how long it takes for you to kill that last survivor, that 3rd survivor, which is what you need to win. So it worked out that game. And unfortunately, we have someone with no borrowed time. It's gonna be pretty bad for us. On top of that, it's a doctor who is just an awful survivor in general. No build is gonna save her, really. The best build to run on a survivor like that is just borrow time. Because if by some miracle you do live, at least now you guys can win. There's realistically no way you're going to live even with a like Broken Windows flywheel build. Guys, the issue with Broken Windows flywheel build is that flywheel is not a good trade against most hunters in this game, so it's usually not going to save you. But you know, maybe hunter will go after us here. No, they're not going for us, and I can already tell because I don't see the hunter's shadow. If you see the hunter's shadow the first 2 seconds, then you're gonna get chased. But there's no hunter shadow. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to leave this cipher for later in the game because it is better to kite at. But it's also a place where we want to coffin our survivors later. And so if we finish this cipher, then he doesn't have, like, whoever this hunter is, doesn't have an easy teleport target to teleport onto the coffin. And against Clerk, it's going to be pretty important. So it is Clerk. We just saw the recording right there. She might be running Insolence. A few Clerks do run Insolence just to get that cipher pressure going a little bit early in the game. We'll tell from the first hit here, because it's been long enough. No, she does not have Insolence. You could already tell if the timer passed 188. Insolence triggers around that time. I can't remember if it's 188 or 190 on the surrender timer, but once it passes and the hunter already hits someone and you don't hear the bell, then they don't have Insolence. I know it seems really odd for Clerk to run insolence. Yeah, I've seen it before. But yeah, she's really struggling to kill this forward. Forward just has such good vaulting speed, dropping speed. Anytime he does anything, it just takes longer for the Clerk to do, because obviously if you're taking less time to vault than the Hunter, then that's ideal. I'd love to grab your appearance, sir. There we go. Thank you for your appearance. And maybe we'll be able... I mean, if she comes after me... Yeah, come after me. Come here, come here, come here. We got a free rescue going on right now. Nice. Free rescue. Good stuff. And if she goes after me, we're also in a pretty good kiting area. And that hit was meaningless, because she's not going to chase me this game. She's in a losing position right now. That hit is completely meaningless. We should have done inside a two-story, but, you know, it's whatever at this point. So yeah, that was really bad for her, because that hit doesn't do anything. Like what is she gonna do? I'm not gonna rescue this game. I'm not gonna do anything, and we're definitely gonna cough in his cheeks right now. It's probably just gonna get a warp out, but you know what? That's a warp she's not gonna have on chase now. We're gonna keep decoding for now. Again, remember, he's gonna be invincible. He's gonna be invincible after for the first 8 seconds. So we're not gonna have to really worry about being in a too amazing of a spot. We just have to put him in an area with like windows. I'm thinking cabin is gonna be pretty good, especially because he probably already used corner house. So there's not gonna be much reason putting him at corner house. We want to put him in an area where he still has resources. You know, you can make an argument not to even coffin him here. Just because she's just gonna warp. I feel like we have to commit to the warp though, just to get it out. Otherwise it's gonna be too easy of a chase. Every time he goes out in the open, it's just gonna be... Okay. We're gonna cancel for now. I'm just gonna put the coffin right here. I think that's close enough. Yeah, rebirth now. She's gonna warp here. That's a little bit scary. I don't know if it's gonna be close enough. He does get the speed bonus out of the coffin, at least. Oh, he's going for the pallets here. That's not good. No. Oh, wait, we're gonna pop it. Oh, it doesn't matter. Nice. The tide turn was actually enough. The tide turn was actually enough already. We don't even need him to... It's actually a good thing we didn't spend too much time committing to the coffin there, in that case. Okay, he just recorded the postman. It might get blocked. It does get blocked, but at least I got like... What was that? 10% in there before it got blocked. And she already used her tray. You know, that was the advantage of using the coffin. Now she is tradeless. And she just checked there, immediately looked away, so we can just keep decoding now. Gotta be careful here. Crouching doesn't do anything. Unless she like drags her thumb a little bit too high up and then she'll accidentally record someone else. But if she just holds it, then it's gonna always record the person decoding the gate. That doesn't actually do anything. I guess she ran out of recordings there. She just ran out of recordings there. It took her a lot of recordings on the chase. Turns out Doctor was actually a really good pick there, because when Doctor's not the chase target, she just keeps healing herself, healing herself, healing herself, and what is Clerk supposed to do? Clerk doesn't have a way to like double hit the Doctor down and just get rid of her for good. You know, she can only get one hit in, and every time you get that one hit in, it just boosts away. Heals up, you know, a quarter injury, and then she could just go right back in. So Doctor's actually really good there. Again, the build didn't really matter in that game, but again, if she was getting chased, then borrow time would have been essential. Like, what would Flywheel do there? Flywheel would have been pointless. Completely pointless. Flywheel was just not good against most hunters. That's why you guys should just stick with Broken Windows Sparta. Because Flywheel was not going to save you against most hunters. In fact, Flywheel is only good against like 4 or 5 hunters in this game. And against 2 of them, you could probably just run Broken Windows and it will just be just as good. Like Naiad, yeah, you can run Flywheel, but Flywheel has an insanely long cooldown, and you can do the same thing with Broken Windows, and you could dry off with Broken Windows by separating yourself from the hunter, making it hard for her to keep up with water, and then any water she gained on you, you lose thanks to a well-timed Broken Windows boost. So it's effectively the same thing, just better because it's shorter cooldown and you get double the abilities. There's just really no reason to run Flywheel unless you're a harasser. And there's also no reason to run Broken Windows Flywheel because same reason. Flywheel is just not that good. It would be very good if we didn't ban Go Man Shadow, but 2 of the best hunters to run Flywheel against are banned. So the only reason to run Flywheel would be if you're like Harasser or Prospector would be a good example, or if you're a survivor that just doesn't work well with Broken Windows. So like Thief or Antiquarian, you could argue, should not run Broken Windows because when they separate themselves from the Hunter, there's this awkward in-between where the Hunter can hit them with the ability, but the Survivor cannot because they put too much distance between themselves. So it's kind of ironic that too much distance could actually hurt you. But it depends on your Survivor. Most Survivor abilities, regardless of the distance, can use their ability. It's just Thief and Antiquarian like that awkward in-between where they have to be close to the Hunter for their ability to do anything. But if you're in a range where the Hunter can hit you, but you cannot hit them with your ability as a Survivor, then obviously Broken Windows is only hurting you in that case. Again, we got another map here where Embalmer is not going to be that great here. Again, it could be fine. It's okay sometimes. It's just really hard to get good value out of the Coffin here. But, you know, again, it'll at least force a trade out, make the end game easier. He's a very tie-oriented Survivor, I'm not going to lie. He's got a lot of the issues of Mechanic where it's like no real kiting ability. But he does have that win advantage that Mechanic just doesn't have. Mechanic is a very tie-heavy Survivor. I just think Embalmer does the same thing. You don't have to rescue him. You can rescue yourself, so he's kind of indirectly helping you guys Cypher Rush. Mechanic is a more direct form because she herself is becoming a Cypher Machine. Embalmer's indirect because the rescuer doesn't have to get off his Cypher now. Which is obviously very important. That's very good for your Survivor team. Oh man, we're probably gonna die here. There's not a whole lot we can do against this. Like Lizard. Oh, he's gonna opt to go for someone else. Man, this game is looking really familiar. This is like the Lizard game where we played with Prisoner and Embalmer on our team, and the Hunter just goes Lizard. Like, listen, there's not a whole lot either one of us can do right now. Prisoner can at least go to Shack, so he's got a better shot than I do, but he doesn't go to Shack, unfortunately. You know, that's the one place where he cannot get good jumps off, and he just went into an area where it's very easy to jump over the wall. You know, you shouldn't really go middle. Is this the same guy, by the way? Like, why is he saying sorry? The only... listen, I get being apologetic, but... Guys, come on. There's no reason to be mad at this guy. He's playing Prisoner. There's not a whole lot he can do in the first place. You know, that's just the Survivor he picked, you know? That's why you don't pick Prisoner, not to be mean. That's why you don't pick Prisoner. Because he just has a weak decode for nothing. For nothing. What is your like reward for having such bad kiting? Not very good decode. Like, yeah, you can be on a connection, but you lose decode being on a connection. Even 5% counts. That's a couple seconds lost on every cipher you decode. And that adds up on multiple ciphers. And so, you know, poor guy, you know, Lizard, what is he supposed to do? Again, the only thing he could apologize for is not going inside a Shack. Because that would have been the only place he could have really gone against Lizard that would have made it very difficult for Lizard to get a good jump off after that. Man, and we don't really even have a way to coffin this poor guy, unfortunately. Connection cooldown. Connection cooldown is not the same as severe shock cooldown. Okay, severe shock is also on 0 seconds, though. Thank you for clarifying. Although, you know, that's just the cooldown to use it. The cooldown to use it and the cooldown to... it's a little bit confusing. There's a cooldown to actually use it, and there's a cooldown for it to recharge. The cooldown for it to recharge is longer than the cooldown to use it. So even if your cooldown to use it ends... you have to wait for it to recharge anyway, which is like 15 seconds longer. And so some of you guys may be wondering, so then what difference does it make, right? The only thing that depends on is like when it recharges, right? Well, if you're decoding inside of your electric shock zone, you're gonna gain your shock back. So then it will matter to just have the cooldown shorter. Because then you'll use your shock sooner when the cooldown is shorter. You already have the shock, you just need to wait for the cooldown to end. But if you didn't cut in the blue electric zone, the blue electric zone is what helps you get your shock back faster. You just need to wait for the cooldown at that point. But if you don't go in a blue electric shock zone, you know, your cooldown will end before you actually even get it back. So that's why it's important you kind of tie kite around the blue zone the first time you use the shock. And not just that, it's also, you know, synergy. It's also synergy. You using your shock, you using your stun. Okay, let's get out of here. Man, how much energy does this man have? Okay, he just finished. Again, similar situation here. It's going to be very difficult because we don't have like any buildings to block his vision. To block his jump. We only have walls here. Maybe the mind game here, but unfortunately just a little bit off here. And we barely weren't able to escape right there. He's probably going to jump here. No. So odd. This is so odd. This is so familiar. You know, this is remind me of the other lizard game. Okay, well that's fine. And I like my coffin placement right now, because now that's good coffin placement. Because now if he comes after my cipher, we're gonna be very far from our coffin. This is perfect. Earlier was not good, because our coffin was close to the forest cipher. Now this is good, because now if he comes after me here, it doesn't really matter. Although in this case is a little bit different. In this case, I probably am just gonna use my coffin. I'm probably not gonna use my coffin here, because the rescuer is right next to me. It depends. Embalmer, just like Mechanic, is a very game sense oriented survivor. It's all about positioning. That's why a lot of people, not just Mechanic is a hard survivor to play. It also requires a lot of game sense from a survivor standpoint to know where to put your bodies, where at what time, so that you're aware always what you're doing to be in the best place possible without wasting too much time walking. Like right now, like obviously I don't want to give him an easy knockdown, so I am going to be careful here. We're not going to give him an easy knockdown. We're going to walk away from the cipher, force him to try to find us first. And that kind of stuff really wastes a lot of time for the hunter. Little stuff like that. You don't realize it until you play a hunter, that kind of stuff really screws over hunters. When you just get out the way of the cipher, now they have to go all the way out of their way, not just to kill you, but just to find you. It takes a lot of time. Being careful here. Again, there's no reason to do the cipher machine because Prospector's doing his. Again, right now we're not doing anything. We could just set up for gate at this point. It's good to wait a little bit. Alright. I don't want him to pop yet just because of announcement. Announcement is what shows survivors' positions after a pop. So now I'm okay if he goes after me. We set up our coffin here. This is perfect. Now we just need a kite away from the coffin. Come here, little lizard. Ooh, I don't like this. Okay. We are going to be able to live here with this broken windows boost. Look at how good this broken windows is right here. He has to teleport away. Nice. That's really good. That's really good for us. We're just going to coffin the Gravekeeper immediately. There's no one else we can coffin. Just coffin him immediately. Because, by the way, once he gets picked up, yeah, he's not even going to pick him up anymore. Okay, that's perfect. So he just wasted his time knocking him down. And remember, the next time he knocks him down, we will be able to pick himself up. We are going to coffin him the next time he goes down. Because at that point, he's not going to have a self-heal. Once a survivor uses their self-heal, you kind of have to choose at that point to coffin them. Because if you don't coffin them after that, you have to pick them up. If they don't have self-heal anymore, you cannot trigger the coffin anymore. Someone has to pick them up. We, anyway, don't have the option to coffin the Prospector. So in this situation, it just doesn't make sense to hold on to the coffin. I'm not going to use it. He already teleported away from me. So we're just going to use it on the survivor where it matters. Right now, we are going to use the coffin. Why? Because now if he doesn't... Let's say I don't use the coffin and he doesn't pick up the survivor already used a self-heal. We're not going to be able to coffin him. The only way we'll be able to coffin again... No, he left. So right now, he literally cannot chase Gravekeeper. If he goes after Gravekeeper without getting me out first... What is going on right now? Why is the camera so weird right now? There's like an invisible wall here, right here. So right now, he needs to chase me out first. As long as he chases me out first, the coffin will disappear before the survivor is going to be able to resurrect themselves. Here is the thing, though. He needs to die before teleport comes back. If he dies before teleport comes back... Okay, we're going to rebirth now. I don't think we have a choice. I wish we had time to put him at dungeon. I probably should have done that. You know, the tension's about to run out. No, it wasn't enough. And maybe I should have put him at dungeon. I just didn't want to leave gay, because if we leave gay, we're going to tie that way as well. It's a hard call to make, because I don't have any information on where the hunter is. If this was like a voice call thing, and I'm like, oh yeah, hunter went towards factory, then yeah. Easily just put the coffin on dungeon there, but it's really risky to walk that distance. I don't think we could even I don't even think it would work anyway. Like if we put the coffin on top of dungeon, it doesn't matter because he'll teleport, he'll be able to jump over before the Gravekeeper's able to move, and then while he's coming out of dungeon, sorry, while he's coming out of coffin, in the animation time, you cannot escape while you're coming out. He's just going to swing at the Gravekeeper away from dungeon. I don't think there was any way, even if we put him on dungeon there, because of the coffin animation, which is really annoying, by the way, that the coffin has like an animation on to step out of it, we still wouldn't be able to win that. But like, we were close there. This is what I'm talking about with Embalmer. It just forces the Hunter into such an uncomfortable position where all that work, like, he left the Embalmer because he knows if he goes after Embalmer, then the Embalmer could just get a dungeon escape. He goes after Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper just needs to last 8 seconds, and now Gravekeeper is in the exact same situation as the Embalmer was. And now, what does the Hunter do? The Hunter's original plan was going to be to chair that Gravekeeper and then try to find Prospector. Just jump over to Prospector. He knows where I am. He knows that I'm probably not going to be an issue for like the next 30 seconds. Because he already knows where I am. He knows I'm probably going to be busy working on the gate. Then that'll give him time to go after the Prospector. He cannot chair Gravekeeper anymore because of the coffin now. And he also can't go after the Embalmer because he just uses teleport. And he probably already wasted a lot of energy just walking after... Sorry, just jumping after me. Well, he only used 1 jump on me. That's only 5. But he probably used some on the Gravekeeper. He probably doesn't have like enough to go across the map. And even if he does, he's gonna be on cooldown. He's not gonna have enough to start a chase after that. He's gonna have to wait. That's gonna slow him down. It would have been an uncomfortable position for him. Not to mention, I maybe would have already opened the gate by then. Oh, we won a game? We won a game today? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Lancer. Man, this is kind of tough here. This is tough. The thing about Embalmer spawning over here is we're obviously gonna try to kite up there. But if you have Tide Turn, you can't use the rope. So when we come out of coffin, we cannot use the rope. We're just gonna be standing there for 15 seconds until Tide runs out. Unless we want to like hop up and down, which doesn't give any distance. You know, jump off the heights and up and down and go up the stairs. It doesn't give distance though. Now factory is going to get blocked here, so there's no point going factory. There is a different advantage of going factory, which is to set up a coffin. We might want to do that, you know, close enough, you know, not too close. Because we're anyway going to need a, you know, wait until, you know, wait to see who the Hunter is going to chase. Because, you know, as Embalmer, we don't really want to be doing a server anyway right away. So we're just going to end up setting up a coffin here. The idea with that coffin is we're going to get a window boost in the back of factory. Ooh, and he immediately got found. Is he going to die immediately too? Ooh, what time are we at in the game? Okay, he got found in 20 seconds. The game starts at 2:40 and he got found at 2:20. He's dead in 30 seconds. Guys, the game started 30 seconds ago and the guy lasted like 20 seconds. Like, God, this is rough. I don't know how we're going to bring this back. This is looking like a loss in this kind of situation. In this kind of situation, if you don't rescue, you lose. If you do rescue, you lose. The only way we wouldn't lose is if, like, he does a rebound here. But we have Knight on our team. So maybe he could block, like, a basic attack after the rescue. But at the same time, the Knight shield doesn't do a whole lot. Why? Because Ripper can just... Oh, ooh, that was a little bit scary. Really odd that he's using charge attacks there. Nice. He hit the sword. I was just about to say that you can use a Chip Foggy to remove the shield and then basic hit the survivor. I don't know why he didn't do that. Why is he being so aggressive trying to hit the Knight? Whatever. He has peepers, but peepers don't reveal where the explorer is. If you're in the book, it doesn't reveal where you are. Man, my man just stepped into basement there. I'm gonna prepare for like a teleport here. We're gonna get like a pala boost here. This is not good. Not good for me. Good for Explorer, bad for me. I really hate using that pallet so early, but against Ripper, one of the most important things to do against Ripper... Oh, he's already chasing someone. Ah, that's so nice that that was communicated. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I'm being sarcastic. Okay, we need to do a cipher ASAP. We could do... Oh my god, that's gonna kill me one day. I'm not gonna see that rock. I'm gonna get stuck on that. I'm gonna die trying to use that pal one day. Let's go ahead and do this cipher. I just want to leave the middle cipher just in case there's like a page near the middle. So that way the Explorer has like an easy access cipher after he picks up the page. Like no matter where he picks up the page. You know, we do have the coffin. We eventually might want to think about coffining this guy because obviously We don't really have enough health to do more than one rescue here. We'll probably just rescue one time and then coffin him. Ooh, this is not good. Is Mechanic gonna rescue or do I have to rescue? Okay, looks like she's gonna rescue here. Hunter's near you. We have to set up the coffin now. Okay, we can't yet. He has to be alive. We're definitely gonna coffin him because what other option do we have? We don't have another option anyway. Man, it just sucks because there's not like a really good kiting area here against Ripper. They added this crappy kiting area over here recently. I don't know who's using this. I don't know who's using this kiting area, but it's not really good. Yeah, we just kind of have to coffin here, just away from the cipher. It's not great, I know, but it'll do. You know, Explorer can just pop a full cipher right now. We're just gonna decode. Are you kidding me? Oh. We would have been able to do that cipher. Now we can't do that cipher. Thanks, Mechanic. Oh, guess what? She's clogging the window too. Man, great. Great. Seriously? Yeah, she's not gonna be able to do the cipher because she's playing Mechanic as well. God, I hate Mechanic so much. Such an awful survivor. You know, if she wasn't playing Mechanic, she probably would have been able to pop that cipher. What is the robot doing right now anyway? The robot probably popped like one cipher this game. They just have to pop. Unless you want to like double a... Oh, thank you, Explorer, for not popping your cipher. That was such a smart move. Okay, now he had to pop though. I don't know what happened there. I guess they decided to pop in the end. I guess Mechanic will pressure the robot. I guess now the robot does something. It's just we could have avoided this whole problem had she just been a different survivor as well. Man, I hate Mechanic. I guess anyone would have gotten that calibration, but... Ugh. Okay, at least Mechanic will be able to pressure here. I was just scared that Mechanic doll had like no decode here. Let's see if we actually... Okay, shoot. Thankfully we're able... Bro, that's gonna kill me one day as well. All these rocks, man. Can we just remove half the rocks collision in this map, please? That would be really nice. Thank you for giving this. I just hate Mechanic. Like, we could have avoided that whole problem. As long as we pop that cipher, he needs to do a blade attack and then a basic hit, and then after that, as long as we pop and then Explorer just pops his, he's gonna be in trouble after that. He just would have used his fire blade. He wouldn't have an easy way to immediately kill anyone. And because Explorer's near the other gate, that's gonna give enough time to do that gate before I go down. Assuming he goes after me and not the Mechanic. He could go after Mechanic. Survivors get a speed boost. Survivors already, I'm pretty sure, got a speed boost off of Community Coffin, but may as well throw it in there. I'll pin that message. Thank you so much for Lantern making the message for what the Embalmer buff is. Can you tag what the buff is? Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much, Bacon Fat. And thank you, Lantern, for even writing what the buff is. The main buff that I'm gonna have to investigate what that speed bonus was that one game. I haven't used the coffin more than once this game. I might have to switch account. Okay, that's not green though. That's someone else. And again, Darkwoods was alright. You know, Darkwoods is fine for Embalmer. Again, Red Church, Arms Factory. Those are the two worst ones that we don't want to see as Embalmer. There's gonna be the most awkward, probably the two smallest maps in the game. I think even Arms Factory might be a little bit bigger than Church, but I've never really counted like how long it takes to walk from edge to edge. Man, I hate Mechanic. Mechanic is like a nature society. Meg used to be such a good survivor, you know. Now Mechanic is at the same level for me as Barmaid and Prisoner used to be. They've since buffed Barmaid and Prisoner to be much better survivors. They are much better. They're still not great because obviously Barmaid, your kite is gonna last long enough. If I was the forward, I would have spawned on the left, by the way, because now I don't really have a good window to use at Church. I have to make a big circle. But anyway, what was I saying? Because now if the hunter spawned below me, we would have a very good window up to Shack and then towards back gate, you know. I think it would be a little bit better. Also, what is this spawn? Do I have to use Graveyard now? I almost don't want to use my coffin here. I think we might have a chance of just... No, the owl. I think we have a shot at just... at sneaking away from the hunter thanks to that spawn. Gotta think on the spot, guys. You guys gotta think on the spot. The hunter is Ripper, by the way. Look at that, thinking on the spot. I'm not saying he doesn't find us now, but that was actually... For purposes of just sneaking away, the hunter must be so confused right now. The hunter... Normally, you see, this is why that spawn kind of sucks, but it was also like a blessing. Because normally you spawn at the other entrance of church. At the other one, on the opposite side of where the hunter spawns, you spawn on that side normally. And so the hunter's used to that. The Ripper just immediately volublated in that direction, expecting me to be on that side. But I wasn't there, I was on the other side. And so even though it was really bad for like using church as a kiting area now, it's really good for sneaking away because the hunter doesn't expect it. So gotta think like a hunter sometimes. That's so important. Such a huge, invaluable skill. If you want to be one of the best survivors in this game, you have to play hunter. You have to play hunter if you want to be one of the best survivors. And you don't have to be an amazing hunter. You just have to know how to think like a hunter. Enough to be like, okay, what do I do right now? Do I pressure the Cypher? Do I go after a survivor? If I pressure the survivor, are the survivors just going to be able to pop the Cypher anyway? You know, and then what's the point of chasing the survivor, right? So then you pressure the Cypher, and then you see how that goes for you. And if you know every single option, then as a survivor, you're able to react. You're able to be like, okay, I know the hunter has to pressure the Cypher, so I'm going to do the opposite of what he expects. I'm going to get off the Cypher now. Now he's going to waste his time trying to go after the Cypher because I'm not there. And so stuff like that really helps. If you get a really awkward spawn, you could use it to your advantage. You could be like, wait a second, but the hunter's probably not going to expect this spawn. You know, the same way I was surprised at the spawn. Imagine how much more confused the hunter is going to be. If I'm surprised, imagine how confused they're going to be. So I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to use this to my advantage. I'm going to use it to my advantage. I'm going to sneak away, hide my tracks, just walk. Just walk. Probably the strangest thing you've ever seen in this game. Just walk. You spawn next to the hunter, just walk. And you don't even get first chase because of that. Hiding, such a powerful tool in this game, but you need to be aware. You have to be aware what it's like to be a hunter. How likely is it that the hunter is going to see you? Are they going to see you? And if they aren't going to see you, then how likely is it going to be that they're going to expect where you went? That was like a 0% chance they're going to expect. He would have had to like completely take a huge guess. In what situation is a hunter walking towards reception when they get that spawn? No, in no situation, because forward spawns there. In no situation. Because they know the survivor is going to spawn on the other side of church. Until now. Turns out you don't have to spawn on that side of church. Now we know. So, really awkward. We're probably never going to see that spawn again. Start of this game. But like, look at how great of a start it gave us. He had to chase someone who has 3 hits. I know we're not going to get gray value from our coffin, unfortunately. But, I mean, guys, start of game, the dude wasn't chasing anyone, and our teammates were just decoding. They were just decoding for free. Maybe Seer was doing a little bit of rotation, but look at how good our decode is right now. Psychologist still has an extra chair. I'm decoding a Cypher 60%. If I had to be the hunter right now, he might do like a YOLO play, realize that this game is in the dumpster if he keeps chasing the Psychologist, because Seer's just going to rescue now. And he might just teleport on the Cypher right about now. Okay, no, he's going to knock down the forward. He might just chair Psychologist and immediately teleport on the Cypher. We'll see. We'll see what he does here. Because I know in this situation, if he tries to double hit the Seer, it's not going to work. Because you can just spam rescue. He has to pressure the Cypher. Although the Cypher's already primed as well. There's only so much you can do. Okay, that's a smart move from the hunter. He's going to try to basic hit with a balloon. I probably would have even waited to not rescue there. I would have purposely not rescued there because then he has to drop. See, now this is not good. This is really bad. I would have not rescued there. Alright, we're just gonna pop. Gonna do as they say. And right here... No, we're not gonna get his appearance. No, I was hoping... Well, he probably doesn't... it probably wouldn't be a good idea to anyway kite church, because then he's gonna be closer to the gate. So yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea anyway. Although, we have Psychologist's appearance. Come here, Psychologist. Have recorded whose appearance? I think we recorded Psychologist's appearance. It doesn't matter, because I think Psychologist's already been on chair twice. Yeah, it doesn't matter. The brush icon doesn't even appear. Because she's already been on chair twice. It says we recorded her appearance, but it doesn't matter. Okay, Hunter on me. Let me ping that real quick. Doesn't matter, he dead. Alright, much better game. Same Ripper player as last game. I think it was the same guy, right? Ovo? Nice. Good stuff. Probably one of the most underrated things about this game. You know, you don't have to be explorer to hide well. You just have to think like the hunter. You have to realize, you know, what is the hunter gonna expect? What position would the hunter like have their life be the most painful if you put yourself in that position? I didn't choose my position. I didn't expect to spawn that low on church, but we're gonna take advantage of it anyway. Order doesn't matter when you ban, by the way. I just like banning Shadow Golem and Hulu. Just because that's the order that they came out in. Order does not matter for bans. Don't worry about order. I know I just did it right there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just like doing it in that way. Nice. More mechanic bans. Gimme, gimme, gimme. And we also have a good map from Embalmer here. I don't know though. I always get nervous playing Embalmer. I always get nervous playing on Embalmer. We're gonna spawn up here. It probably has the most synergy. I really don't like spawning first stop because it's such a really bad kiting area. You basically have to use first stop early on in the game. Why? Because of warp. Back then, I would at least like use the kiting area around me, stall for a while. Then as soon as I get a basic hit, force a basic hit, take the roller coaster. Right? And then the only thing that would screw you at that point would be a teleport on a Cypher at second stop, which rarely spawns, by the way. That Cypher only spawns 1 in 5 games, by the way, on Moonlight, because there's 5 Cypher spawns, and only 1 of them will spawn in that spot. I think, right? I think. Someone might have to correct me. It's either 1 in 5 or 2 in 5 chance. Either way, it doesn't matter because the Cypher's blocked, so we're not going to get chased, and we're also not going to decode here. We're still going to put a coffin here, just in case we get chased. Because now... Don't your smelly face. I don't see any rocket parts. There they are. Because now, when we use the roller coaster, and we ultimately die... By the way, this way when we use the roller coaster, since it's clown... This clown is probably not going to chase novelists, so we need to be a little bit careful here start of game. He might not chase novelists, but he could chase Embalmer. Yeah, there he is. Let's see what he does. No, he's gonna chase a lawyer here. Okay, lawyer's gonna use his kiting area. Man, I really don't like this. Wait, what? Did he not use the pallet? Is the pallet still there? The pallet... Okay. I don't know what happened there. Did he drop the pallet? Unfortunately, I was on low graphics, so the pallet was invisible. I put on low graphics on Church, because on Church, you can see through the, the stained, black stained windows when you put it on the low. They become clear. So it's really important. Unfortunately, I kind of wasted my time there setting up that roller coaster because we weren't even the chase target. Turns out lawyer was not rotating. You see, that's kind of the problem with rotating, is if everyone is not rotating, then if one person rotates, then it's kind of a waste of time, because then the hunter just finds their next target pretty easily. That's the one downside of rotating. That everyone has to be on the same page. If one person doesn't rotate, you know, I'm rotating even though I'm further from the hunter. If I'm rotating, hell, lawyer should definitely be rotating. or at least like B. Okay, we're just gonna have to wait. I forgot, no Cypher spawn there. We're just gonna have to wait until this chair runs out. Dude, my dumbass really forgot there's no Cypher there. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. We have his location. We have his no, I think I might run out of time. Oh. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I played that really badly. I should have been at first stop. I actually had the right idea there. Being at first stop, and then I walked away. That was my bad. We're gonna put him right here, actually. Because this Cypher has like 0 progress anyway. And we're not gonna rebirth until now. We're just gonna wait as long as possible. Is he actually gonna go for me? My man might actually go for me. He is gonna go for me. That's really annoying. Okay, that's up to you. Okay, that lawyer has... Okay, that's not how you use power boost. If you're gonna drop the pallet, just drop it normally. Because the pallet boost doesn't matter if he's anyway on a cooldown for his rocket. That's just a waste of your pallet boost that now you don't have later. I guess it doesn't really matter. Man, I should have dropped both those pallets ahead of time. Now we just took a hit for literally no reason. Literally no reason took that hit. Okay, Hunter's near me. This is not good. This is really bad. Man, turns out the lawyer actually got chaired right next to our cipher here. I didn't even realize. Man, maybe that coffin was a waste. Here's the thing though, do you get your coffin refunded if you don't use it on the survivor? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. Man, what a shame. If we put it at first stop, then there's a chance he could live. It's not guaranteed because you can't get on the roller coaster. You can't get on the roller coaster with Tide Turner. But it's possible that maybe Tide will run out before you can reach him. Maybe. If he doesn't put rocket pieces ahead of time. Okay. Well, I played really badly this game. Even though that lawyer didn't rotate, I feel like we could have played this a lot better. Man, what does that mean? Could I get like some info on where the hunter is, guys? Like a hunter change target or something, please? He's gonna probably be here. No! I got the world's slowest vault on accident and we actually survived. By complete accident, may I add. That was not intentional. That was not my intention. We're gonna just die in the corner here now. Because I know we're gonna die here. Oh, we're actually mind game him. Nice. A little bit of extra time now. That's perfect. This is gonna guarantee the cipher gets done now. I'm just gonna ping so they know where I am. I'm over here, guys. Yeah, and we have Mercenary on the team. This is gonna be pretty simple rescue. He is gonna break that for free, unfortunately. And we don't have any pallet for the Mercenary here to help himself live, though. Like, that he could use that one, but that one is crappy. No, no, no. No, he's gonna get body blocked. No, Mercenary. Yeah. Oh, damn. Novice Mercenary. Doesn't have the tension. We also have a coffin here. I think we will coffin this man. Because guess what? This man 100% got modified drill on him. So we're gonna use it. We're just gonna leave. He has to hit the Mercenary here. He has to waste his infinite rocket on the Mercenary, which is really nice. The Mercenary can also still self-heal, is the best part. I don't know where the Novelist is right now, though. Where's the Novelist? That's the only issue I don't know. Where's Novelist? Oh, that was really bad. That's not where I expect a Novelist to be. Maybe a little bit of a miscommunication there. I wish there was like a way to ping, like I'm about to use my coffin. Is there? The coffin is in the dungeon. Use metaphor. Okay, this might be helpful. This might have been a helpful ping to use this game. Just so the novice doesn't run towards the platform. Okay. That was my bad. Man, ugh. I didn't think he'd go for that gate. Was not coffining... I guess if he's gonna go for that gate, then not coffining the Mercenary is the best move. Because if I coffin the Mercenary, then the Novice is gonna go straight for Mercenary. There's nothing we can do here. We can't make that chair. And Novice can't heal in time if he got modified drip. Man, I feel like I could have played that so much better. Definitely the ideal situation. You gotta coffin the lawyer at first up there. Definitely ideal. Not taking that hit would have also been ideal. When I coffined that lawyer, that was also pretty important. Maybe not coffining the Mercenary. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. Do we not coffin the mercenary? Because that coffin is not going to be useful for me. Maybe not coffining the mercenary at the gate, but here's the thing. If we coffin the mercenary at the gate, it kind of forces the clown to pick up the mercenary at that point. It just, the only reason he wasn't is because Novice was also right there. And so now he has time to just go after Novice before mercenary can pick himself up. Otherwise, it would take too long to go on the other side of the map, kill someone, go back to the other side before mercenary picks himself up and does the gate. That was the logic there. If everyone leaves that gate, I have an easy way to leave the gate. Right? Mercenary is kind of like my bait. He's kind of like the bait, so that even if the hunter hits him, well, it's fine, because hunter has to still pick him up, and the novice will hopefully be doing the other gate. I didn't expect novice to be on that side of the map. I thought he would do the other side of the map. Because, you know, that's just the side of the map that we just did a rescue from, you know? I don't know. Last time was that bridge. He could really go for either gate. He doesn't have to go for one or the other. It's not like the Cypher was like closer to one gate than the other. I feel like the coffin was fine. Just a little bit of I wish I could tell him to like, hey, do the other gate or something. But yeah, definitely the coffin for the lawyer was not good. That was really bad. Not to mention that he also man, I didn't think he would die so close to the God Corner, so then it made the coffin really bad as a result. Yeah. I had the right idea there. I was just too focused on the code and completely forgot my survivor that I'm playing. You got a coffin the lawyer right next to the station there. The problem is that if he's an infinite rocket, a good clown can probably make it from first stop to second stop. I don't know if you can make it in time to hit the survivor before they leave. I actually don't know that. Well, even if you don't, then you could just go to the third stop and you'll probably hit them there. I guess it really depends. Oh shoot, where are the hunters spawn? Uh-oh. Well, we might be dead. We might be mega dead. Okay, it's just... I say just Dream Witch, but that's actually terrible. Dream Witch is going to be terrible for any sort of coffining. And I haven't even read the chat recently. Psyche, your coffin can block Clown's dash? Yeah, but you can't put it inside of a pallet. The game prevents you from doing that. Because if you could do that, then you would just do that against every hunter and you just body block the pallet. Like, anytime when you're playing Embalmer, like, let's say I'm playing on Leo's Murray Factory, if you could do that, I would just put a coffin against any hunter and now they wouldn't be able to walk through the pallet. You can't do that. We could circle the coffin, maybe that's what you were saying, but... I don't know. The best play there would actually be to just drop both pallets, and then we would avoid a hit entirely. That would be the best thing to do, not circling the coffin. What was that wet noise? Oh, sorry guys, that was my girlfriend. She's watching things I can't disclose on stream. I'm just kidding. What's the record, by the way? Lantern, you still here? What's the record? Lantern, did you go to sleep? Lantern, you live in... I don't know where you live, but you live in not America, right? Not the Americas. Okay, let's ping that dungeon is not here for our teammates. We're just gonna do the cipher next. You know, there is something to be said about, like, maybe, like, spending some time to grab the person's appearance. I just don't think it makes sense against this hunter. Especially because, you know, by the time I walked him and then walked back to the cipher, make a coffin, I could have already finished this cipher. A whole cipher. I combined whole and cipher together. I could finish a whole cipher by the time I do that, so it doesn't make sense to do. But if it was a little bit closer, it would make sense to do. Maybe I need to go decode that cipher machine a little bit, because I have a feeling we're going to get that cipher pressured later this game. But I'm kind of scared he's going to send energy to me, which would be not good. You know what? We're pretty even on decode. Let's just leave it as it is. If that Cypher starts to get pressure, though, we would want to support it sooner rather than later, yeah. Okay, well, she stopped it pretty early on. It didn't really matter. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to do that Cypher now. I think it's just going to be too easy for her to pressure now. We might need to do some... I mean, we got forward supporting as well, though. Man, if only I had a leech remover. I could coffin him, remove his leech. Oh, man. That would be a really good move, actually. If we can get a leech remover, that would be the next best thing to do as Embalmer against, like, in this situations. I don't know, guys. It's just going to be so easy for main body to, like, bring a leech at the Shack Cypher. The good news is she has to spend 2 leeches just dealing with the forward, though, so I don't think she can. I'm here, just in case. We'll also grab everyone's appearance while we're at it. Okay, he has no borrowed time. Yeah, you see. So, I know it kind of sucks that he got double hit right there. Like, we have 2 leeches who got hit right there, but... Okay, we're not going to rescue. This is a situation where we do not rescue. She'll hit us now, but it doesn't matter. Because she's not going to be able to double hit us with the basic. Oh. I guess we have to pop in that situation. Technically, I can set up a coffin and then rescue a tide, and then we could do that. You know, it's not the end of the game. I could just do that. Okay. I don't know about that. I don't know about that pop, man. Sir, I don't know how we're gonna rescue you. You got a leech in front of you. Give him tinnitus so that he's just focusing on the chair a little bit more. Coffin doesn't do anything right now. I can't rescue. This is so bad. Like, we can't help him. We don't have anyone to stun. Screw you. This forward is just dragging me to my death with the help me's. But we can do a little bit of this. This is much more effective. This is much better than trying to rescue someone like a hunter right in front of them. Dungeons at ruined side entrance. What does that even mean? That? What is that? Where is that? Is that a factory? What is that? Sir, could you leave so your leech isn't blocking the exit gate? Dungeons at ruined side entrance. What does that mean? What is side entrance? There's no dungeon here. What is that ping? That ping is crappy. I don't understand what this ping is supposed to mean. You know, did they make it so you can put the coffin inside the exit gate? I don't think you can. We'll try it. We'll try it right now. No, you can't. I can't leave. If I leave, the coffin disappears, by the way. Unless he has a dungeon. Let's make the... by the way, this is a mistake. You should make the coffin face inside the gate, so it takes, like, less steps. What is... There's no dungeon at ruined side entrance. Don't understand what that means. He just used a blink! Oh, man. He should actually purposefully have gone down sooner. Now if he goes down... It's still far enough away, I guess. If the hunter doesn't have trump card... He needs to purposely die before she brings main body here. Because right now she can stop this if she brings main body. Again, similar situation. If he finds dungeon, then I can't really leave the gate. You know, it would have been bad if I leave the gate. I can't leave. And I don't want to leave because I can body block a detention hit. Or not detention hit. A regular hit. Because remember, he does not have invincibility once the exit gate is activated. He will die on the spot. Top left psyche? What does top left mean? Which way are you positioning the map that is top left? What's the orientation? Still likely 99% free escape? It wasn't. It really wasn't. If that Dream Witch just thought ahead of time, and like while the leech was... Like once you got him down to half health, then you leech him, bring main body to the gate, then knock him down. And then as... You could even hit the Embalmer one time, force the Embalmer out with that exact same knowledge as well. The only way we'd be able to win that at that point is if he goes finds dungeon. So that way, while the Dream Witch is busy trying to reach her gate there, reach her leash to the gate, that's the prisoner's best time to try to find dungeon. Because the Dream Witch cannot knock him down. The Dream Witch cannot knock him down. If the Dream Witch knocks him down before she moves the leech, 3 escape, which is exactly what happened. So the best thing she should have done there is she needed to bring the main body to the gate, and while she's doing that, the prisoner needs to find dungeon before she brings main body, because once she brings main body to the gate, she knocks down the prisoner, and then even if I recall, well, I guess I could body block, but even then, she's probably going to hit me first, put me at half health, or even chase me out if she has time, and then knock down the prisoner. Because then there would be no coffin if I live. I don't know about that. If that Dream Witch was just playing a little bit smarter, a little bit more ahead of time, that was not a 3-man. Definitely a misplay from the Hunter right there. Like, once you get him down to half health, one more leech will kill him. But also, one more leech cannot kill him if you don't have Blink. So, you know, maybe she was worried he would dungeon kite him if she doesn't have 2 leeches. But if you have 2 leeches there, you're anyway going to get 3 escaped. Because then the coffin will just escape for him. I don't think she had a choice there. I think she had to bring the main body to the gate, to the coffin. Not really to the gate. That's not the important part. The important part is to the coffin. And as a bonus, she'll chase me out as well. I really hate the spawn. This is not a good spawn for either of us right now. I think this is going to be a little bit better. Just because now the Hunter cannot spawn top right. Because if they spawn top right, then he's going to push me towards hotel, and then we're going to have 2 people at hotel. That's not ideal. As opposed to now, if the Hunter spawns bottom left, then we can still go towards tunnel, skip hotel, you know. Hunter might go after prisoner at that point, I guess. But, you know, it's going to be easy for us to avoid the prisoner. While still having... Tunnel's not a very good cutting area, though. Well, use the window at, like, the alleyway. I'm still thinking about where that forward was talking about with that dungeon. I'm still here wondering. Nice, we got Knight's appearance early, even though he ran away. You know, a long time ago, they doubled how far Embalmer can get someone's appearance. A while back. Which is nice, that's a nice buff. Don't know who the Hunter is right now. Ugh, not again. Now's a good time to drink. Psyche, what's your favorite skin in IDV ever? That's really tough. You're bringing back a lot of memories. Definitely the early season skins were my favorite. I don't actually think it's because they look better. I think it's just because that's when I enjoyed the game the most. That's not to say I don't enjoy the game still. I enjoy the game, but you can't deny there was something special about a game that like you're learning to play, and you know there's always something new happening. Nowadays, when I play the game, it's all about like me messing up. You know, sounds really bad to say this, but I would say I know everything there is to know about the game. I don't have an excuse to make a mistake. So now it's a lot more, if anything, it's a lot more stressful. But I liked the game back then more, so I would say the early seasons would be my favorite. What would be the skin, though? I would probably have to say Evil Eye Host for Ripper. Probably, like, no other S skin caught my eye. The Soul Weaver S tier when she came out caught my eye. The Feaster Poseidon skin was really cool when it came out. I really like that. I just really like the gold skins. Oh, Prisoner's right here. Where is my leech right now? Okay, there it is. Okay, hold up. We need to pull that leech. We do not want 2 leeches chasing the same survivor. Very important, very important. Make sure you help your teammates out just by running away from them. That's honestly enough against Dream Witch. And I'd rather not waste this POW here because this POW combines really well with that window to go like in a circle here. Let's see what she does. Please don't pressure my Cypher. Oh, you suck. This is really bad. We also don't really have anyone to de-leech me. Preferably, you'd want to have someone else de-leech you so it doesn't take 5 years. Okay, well. It's just 1 leech. Any crappy kiting area will kite her, so I'm just going to use this one. Chose not to even chase, though. We can finish this before time runs out. I don't think it's worth the coffin right now. If I coffin him at hotel, I'm gonna bring the leech to hotel at the same time, and he's... I don't know, man. I don't know. We need to remove this leech first before we do any kind of support here. Okay, hello there. Unfortunately, we don't get the full value out of... Hold up. D-leech, D-leech, D-leech. So much for that. Let's see what she does. Not on me. Before I coffin him, let's not coffin him next to active Cypher. Number one rule of coffining as Embalmer. Don't coffin him to an active Cypher machine. If he goes down before we coffin him, oh well. But if he can live, great. This is good enough. He'll make the window. And we're definitely going to coffin him. Hello, Leech. See, I don't know if this is really that great, because the problem is he's going to be realistically not that hard to chase here. You know what? I'll do this. I am going to sacrifice a little bit of time here just to put him away from the Cypher machines. I think this is going to be worth it. Ooh. Ew. When I saw that pallet drop, I'm like, ooh, nice. And when I saw the pallet, the window was broken, I'm like, ooh, that's rare to see. The window is the one that's broken. Okay, well, yeah, that's good enough. I know this sucks because the deco got slowed down. But hopefully the coffin will make it up. It's honestly not that great now because... Because why? Because why? Honestly, we should have waited there because she doesn't know where the coffin is anyway. Okay, my bad. We should have waited the 2 extra seconds. Watch this game come down to 2 seconds. Here it comes. It's going to come down to the last 2 seconds. Here it comes. If we could delete you, I'd love that. But I understand we might not have time. So we're just going to keep decoding. In this situation, I know it seems really odd. Okay, now we have to delete her. Or she takes this leech away from the Cypher. One of those 2 things. Yikes. That's not good. 2 leeches. I assume one of them is main body because there's only 2 leeches on the field. Well, it's all up to the Cypher right now. This is the last Cypher. Thankfully, she took her leech away. She even de-leeched herself, so I guess she was 99. Oh, pop, 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 pop. And we de-leech you ASAP. Joystick's in my way. Where are the leeches? There you go, 1, 2. You know, people nag on, what's it called? People don't really give enough credit for the Survivor version of announcements. Seeing where the Hunter is, a lot of people be like, oh, you don't need it because when the Hunter hits the Survivor, you anyway see them. You'd be surprised how helpful it would be. You'd be surprised how that 5 points really does make a difference. Like, against Dreamwitch right there, who's a pretty good Hunter and who you, like, at the top level of the game, you legit could see quite a bit. It's so important to know where the leeches are so you know where not to go and where to go. And is it safe to de-leech? Where is it safe to go? So you don't just randomly die. It's like a leech that you didn't know was there because your teammate was near you or something like that. That had a leech on you. Or maybe you had a leech on you and your teammate went nearby. We can't do that gate, unfortunately. Right now, we can't do either gate. This is an attrition game right now. She's just waiting for her blinks to come back. Oh, hello there, leech. Leechy, leechy poo. That's nice. Well, that was the idea there. If we die, then we die away from the gates. And now she's not going to have an easy time protecting the gate and the chair. Like, this leech is in a useless position for her right now. Like, what is this leech going to protect? It's protecting a chair. A full 100% chair, by the way, with 10% resistance, may I add. Okay, this is making me a little bit nervous, but I understand he's here just to pressure, and he kind of has to. Because Prisoner right now is also getting pressured. He just has to be careful here because the main body is right next to us. This is the main leech right now. I wish I could tell him that. No! Wait, he made the rescue stop? What? He clearly died before he made the rescue. Guys, is it me? He clearly died. He clearly died. I don't know, guys. Let's set this up so if I die, I can just save myself. I know I'll probably just get knocked down immediately, but it'll force her. It'll force her to be busy. Okay, the question is whose leech is this right now? Great. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you just don't know. Cancel. Oh, okay. Thank you, cancel. You know what? Maybe I think the right move is to coffin here anyway, though. Yeah, it is. It is, because the exit gate's right there. Whew. Good thing cancel didn't go through. Thank you, game. If the gate was not open, I'd be a little bit nervous because now she has me in a pretty good position. Like she's gonna go after me and she's gonna protect the gate. But if the gate's already open, it doesn't really matter. We're not out yet though. This game's not over. Ooh, coffin coming in clutch. That random coffin I placed sacrificed a little bit of distance, I know, but it might actually turn out to be a pretty good escape now. Are you gonna escape too? Oh, I think she's out. She's deleaching herself in the gate now, I think. Hold up, hold up. Let's not leave yet. I don't have any coffins for you, man. Sorry. No coffin. Alright. A little bit scary there at the end game, but making sure we don't die by the gates, making sure that we don't have leeches working together. We're always forcing something out. We're forcing blinks out, and now she doesn't have blinks for later people that she's going to chase, which is such an important thing, guys. Free hits are the thing that kill games. You give a free hit without getting the blink out, you give a free hit without getting a hunter's expensive ability out with a long cooldown, someone else is just going to die to it at that point. It's really important you get those blinks out, because even though you died at a hunter sacrifice. The hunter sacrificed something to be able to do that. And if I'm being honest, that trade offer is not that great for her. Honestly, I don't know how that dude still made the rescue. He died on my screen before that rescue finished. I don't know if that's just part of night. Oh, you know what? I know why it got rescued. Because on his screen, the bar finished. On his screen, the bar finished. I guess on my... I've never been rescued by Knight enough times to realize this, but I guess... Because I play Knight a lot of times. And when you fill the rescue bar, the person doesn't start, like, coming out of the chair until you finish rescuing. The animation doesn't start until you finish rescuing, which is kind of strange because every other survivor who rescues from chair, right after the rescue bar finishes, you're off of chair immediately. But Knight is kind of weird where that, like, when he finishes his bar, it's not the same thing as Survivor. Once he finishes, then the Survivor starts, like, getting up and they have to go through the animation. Normally, the animation is at the same time that the Survivor's rescuing, but Knight is a little bit weird, so... You can fail the rescue. Guys, don't start playing as Knight and then just going up to the chair and be like, oh, I could just press it and then even if I die in the middle, I'll be fine. It's because he finished it before he died. On my screen, the bar is a little bit different than on his screen. Knight will finish his bar and then I'll start doing an escape animation. It just looks so weird. But yeah, making sure we don't die. We don't, unfortunately, took that free hit, I will say. After he rescued me, I did take a free hit to, like I said, random leech that we didn't know was there. Unfortunate as it is. But she still used a blink. Interesting. So, I guess even if we reached a pallet, that leech that I took a free hit to, she still used a second blink for some reason. I guess she realized she's low on time, so she's like, you know what, I'm just gonna use the blink here and knock him down as fast as possible. Which is kind of interesting because I'm anyway gonna coffin, so. But maybe she needs to like kill me as soon as possible so that she can check the chair, you know. There's a lot going on in that dream which is had. So I understand. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice the blink even if it's a free hit, you know. So you gotta be mindful of that, but still, it means that that's one less blink she's gonna be able to kill someone else with it. Who knows? Maybe she could have killed that meteorologist with a blink. I don't know. It depends whose leech that was. Well, we know where the hunters spawn. Hunters spawn all the way over there. It's 8:40. Okay. Where is this man about a kite? It's Wax Artist, and he's not going towards me. He's going towards somewhere else. And I'm surprised this Gravekeeper isn't saying anything, that it's Wax Artist or anything like that. I guess we'll say it for him. Okay, there it is. I guess he was just searching for the pig. He was probably just searching for the pig. That's probably what was happening. I'm getting a little bit used to the ping system. You know, I'm getting more used to the fact that it's in character. That if you ping who the hunter is, it's obviously going to be a character. It's not going to be an area. It's going to be a character that you're going to ping. Still a little bit confusing because character and combination is kind of like the same thing. It's just combination is sets of 2 pings, but it usually involves a character. Character and an area, I guess. Okay, let's see here. He's playing Magician. Green is playing Magician. Green is, by the way, the Chinese symbol. I think that's Chinese. He's the guy with the some sort of Asian symbols. You've hit nights where you swear the rescue's done, but someone goes through. It must be because they finish on their screen, and then as soon as they finish on their screen, then the rescue starts happening. Again, it's confusing because it's not like every other rescue. Every other rescue, as they're doing the rescue, the survivor's getting off of chair. The animations are combined together. I guess we just never noticed it before because okay. I guess we just never noticed it before because, you know, those two animations happen at the exact same time. Get your appearance. There we go. Are you gonna rescue? No, you're not gonna rescue. Okay. If he was about to rescue, I would just take a cipher. We have everyone except the most important player's appearance right now. I actually even can't get your appearance, unfortunately. And is it even that good to get his appearance right now? Okay. The coffin is at... Do we even have time to ping that? The coffin is at Old Geisha House. I think this is the old one. Right? Old Geisha House. I'm memorizing the names. Cool. Okay, he's gonna go down here. I'm not gonna do the rebirth yet. They did buff it so that the coffin, if you're in the invincibility, you're not gonna gain wax now. It does kind of suck because he's always gonna get like chaired right here, unfortunately. And I'm obviously gonna wait here because there's no point doing an early thing. He's always gonna come out on time. Hello? Yeah, sorry, man. That doesn't add wax now. So there you guys go. That was the buff in action right there. It made a really big difference there, as you guys can see. Oh, that was a really big difference maker right there. I'm actually gonna... I might drop this pot ahead of time for him here, just so he can get a pallet boost. Hold up, hold up. Okay, okay, yes, flywheel. I need to make some space for him. I'm just gonna drop it. We don't really have another choice. Ooh, he needs to go 10 seconds. If he goes 10 seconds without getting hot wax, so much. He's gonna cover this now. Okay, at least he wasn't deactivating his... I don't know, do we still keep body blocking the hot wax there? Is it still worth it at that point? Too bad. Okay, the Hunter's changed. Sorry, he's not going for me. What cipher did we pop? We popped Island. Man, maybe we should have kept body lock. It's just... maybe. Maybe. I don't know, though. I don't know. It's tough to say. Because, by the way, if you can go 10 seconds without getting hit by hot wax, the hot wax disappears. That's the way it works. All of it disappears. Yeah, I'm not popping it. I'm definitely not popping it. Now, maybe... Because he already used hot wax. Okay. Okay, that's not good. That's really bad. Well, it's only going to cover for 15 seconds, but if he's smart, he's not going to cover it until a rescue is pressured. Okay. Embalmer seems so stressful. Is it really like that? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I feel like that's a pop. I hate that pop. I hate doing that pop, but he is technically in a survivable area. Warp squad is ended. Okay, I dare you to warp on me. Okay. I'm tempted to actually take the trim here. Okay. Just in case he went after me. That way we can easily start going to the other gate, but looks like it's not needed. Obviously, you gotta be careful if you take the tram, because if you take the tram, yes, it moves you very far away, but also moves you away from all the gates, so that's another problem. And he's never been on chair this game, so dungeon is not really an option. He could find us before he dies, so gotta be careful about that. Man, that was... Maybe I should have kept committing to the what's it called? Maybe I should have kept committing to the body block. It's possible. I didn't know how much the other ciphers were. Maybe it might have been the play just so that he can survive. Because if we can stall the hot wax for long enough. Because you know what? After I took that hit and I dropped that pallet, maybe what I should have done is I should have kept getting in his way and kept absorbing the wax. I would still be safe. I would just be absorbing the wax. And then that would let the magician kite back into corner house. He'd lose all his wax, ideally, because if you go 10 seconds without getting wax, you're going to lose the hot wax. It's 10 seconds, I'm pretty sure. It's 10 seconds for hot wax and 12 for a regular or something like that. It's a little bit different. I don't think it's the exact same number. Maybe it is both 12. It's 12 for regular wax. It says in the book. But it doesn't say for hot wax. Maybe they updated it. I mean, I shouldn't say. So you go get your charger. The iPad will survive. It might actually not. We might get a 10% battery notification in a match, so I'll just play it safe. Guys, don't worry. I know the battery says red, but it shows up at red at like 20%. Four, 3, 1? We've only had 8 games? Really? It's crazy low. Alright, whatever. We'll just put 4 and 3. Yeah, 16 doesn't seem bad, but it could be bad. It really depends. This iPad used to be more efficient on battery. Not really anymore. Still pretty efficient, but obviously time degrades the battery. Okay, basement is here. We're gonna get a purple soul, which I really hate. That's kind of the bad thing, unfortunately. It's so easy to... gotta be careful here. Surprise! Instant fall! Yeah, we're good here. We're fine. Woo! Don't like that situation, though. Let's not repeat that. It's tough. It's tough, because we don't know which side he's coming from. That's kind of the issue. Is that we don't know which side he's coming from. So if he comes from the wrong side, that pal becomes like good to bad, depending on what side the axe boy is on. Because if he's on that side, he was smart. That axe boy played it smart, because he knows if he goes on that side, it's very easy to hit a purple soul. It's not very easy, but it's much easier. Because I can't see where he's going, but he knows where I am. I basically have to be at the pal. It's kind of the awkward thing. I guess it'd be better to not drop? Nah, because if we don't drop it, then he'll get a speed boost. Hit us that way if I drop down the hole at that point. It works out. It works out. I don't like being in those situations, but I guess if I have to, I guess I'll perform in those situations. Obviously not great. Not great, because we can't see where he is. But if we wait too long, then we're going to get hit by the purple soul, and that would be really bad if we use the pallet upstairs and still get hit by a soul. That would be really bad. Because then we're just dead to blink, and we wasted the best pallet on the game. Sometimes birdcage is the best pallet. It really depends where you are, but usually upstairs is better. Ping, you're on your own to forward? Why? Leave the poor forward alone. It's Skeletor. It is Skeletor. Right now we're playing with Skeletor as well, which is another person I know. He's the forward. Man, the Hunter's going for some bullcrap terror shot game. I hate this. Okay, okay. No, it was after half. And he got farmed! Oh my goodness. And I don't have his appearance. It doesn't matter, because it was after half. Holy crap, forward. I don't think he came late. It's just the terror shock. Terror shock mind games there. It's so annoying. Okay, that's one hit on the forward. You know, this game could go real bad real quick. Okay. Please don't pick him up. Please don't pick him up. If he picks him up. Please. Yes, we got him. It's not over yet. We basically had to rebound him in hospital. Please. I just need to move the coffin to a good spot. Okay. This will have to do. It'll have to do. We can't really afford people going to rescue. We need a decode right now. See ya. Remember me from the start of the game who cheesed you at that pallet? Yeah, I'm back and with a coffin this time. You know, I'm not gonna lie, Embalmer's pretty good for rebounding your teammates when stuff goes really wrong. That was... I mean, we'll see how it goes. It's definitely more likely that... okay, never mind. I don't know, man. He still died? Yikes. I don't know what his cutting area is. He obviously uses birdcage first. Did he not use the birdcage ball? Birdcage first, then you can go back into hospital. Use the window next on the other side. Or birdcage again window if you want. And he used the salt and the restful road. I don't know how he doesn't make it to like a good cutting area. I guess he maybe didn't know. Maybe he didn't know that he already used his abilities. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to make this game winnable though. This is peak gameplay. Oh wait, she made it! She made it, she made it, she made it. It's not over. It's not over. If he survives miraculously for like a minute in the crappiest chair that you could get placed on. He got placed on like that chair, right? Oh. Yeah, too bad. Too bad. We're so close too. Oh, we're so close. Oh well. Maybe he got unlucky with like a soul or something. It happens with exploit. It happens. It is what it is. Let's see what powders we got here. We're just gonna kite as long as possible. Well, no, birdcage was still up. Birdcage was still up, and the hospital upstairs. Hospital upstairs. Do you guys remember if he broke that pallet upstairs? Or did he like, what happened? I'm a dirty point farmer. No, Peeper. Peeper's coming for me. Peeper's coming for me. No! Peeper got me good. We dead. Alright, well, it is what it is. Good try. We almost saved that match with Embalmer. I mean, Embalmer definitely made that game more doable. Like, even normally that would probably be a loss, but Embalmer made that game much more possible now. Does anyone remember if we used that? Like, I know we dropped the upstairs pallet, but that's not the same as breaking. He has to actually break it too. Maybe he just never broke it. Man, what happened last game? Dude, we just got destroyed last game on that first guy. And then that rescue. Oh, we're running. And running. Did he break that pallet upstairs? I'm really curious. Let's see. Did he break that pallet upstairs? I can't remember anymore. I made my way to upstairs somehow back again. That was so funny. That was an interesting match for sure. The start of that game, yeah, he did break the pallet. He did break the pallet, and he also had faster pallet breaking. So he could have quickly broken the birdcage pallet. It could be that. Why are we not playing here? Is he waiting? Is he waiting for him to leave? Whew. Dude, the start of that match is scary though. That start of the match, Honestly, the only reason that game was still so close was because we wasted so much of the hunter's time at the start of the game. Like, he went for that purple soul, he missed, and then we managed to survive at that crappy pallet. Patience was wearing thin. It did survive in the end. My Streamlight is falling off the computer. Survived. Surprise fast pallet upstairs. I knew we would make it. I knew we would make it upstairs because it is close enough to the staircase for us to make the pallet upstairs, which is really funny. Guys, if you don't believe me why fly was so much worse than pallet, that is why. It saves you so bad. Like, you don't want to be in those situations, obviously, but if you are in those situations, just know there's always a chance at survival. With flywheel, we flywheel the basic, and then what? What are we going to do after we flywheel the basic? We can't really vault anything. He can still hit us while we're vaulting. It's Axeboy we're talking about. Axeboy recovers pretty fast from a miss. If we try to vault, I guess if it's a pallet, we'd probably make it on the other side. But like, what are we going to vault? Are we going to vault the crappy pallet? Like, flywheel that crappy pallet that we just finished vaulting? And vault back on the other side? That wouldn't be good. That would be awful. That would be the worst thing we can do. But that would be our best move with flywheel. Honestly, if you have flywheel in that situation, your best move is to just not use flywheel. You got to take the hit because you're not going to survive in that area. There's no point flywheeling and using it on a crappy pallet when you're anyway going to take another hit right afterwards, probably to like a soul or something. I don't know. Oh well. Close. It is what it is. You know, mechanic is also pretty good at first stop just because if you take the roller coaster early, then the hunter has to choose. Do they want your robot or do they want to go after you? Usually it's, usually if they have like teleport though, they'll just go after the robot. Knock down the robot. Mechanic doesn't have good decode for the rest of the game. And then just teleport on someone else. Like Postman in this game would be a great teleport target. Or Embalmer even. This is your Moonlight Redemption match? Right. Although I might not get her appearance. We have to actually get her appearance. Most inconvenient Kai. You just gotta believe. You gotta know. Even the crappy pallets, kind of like how you need to play a hunter to be a good survivor. Every pallet has its time and place. As crazy as they are. As crazy as they are, every pallet has its time and place. And they all have their advantages and disadvantages. Obviously, that pallet has only disadvantages, but the advantage is if you have pallet boost, you can escape technically. In what situation you're going to use it for a pallet boost? Exactly that situation, I guess. If the hunter goes on the side and you can like slip through the vault and fast vault like that, that's the one situation. That's the only situation. Okay, I love how when you play Embalmer, it automatically copies your own appearance. Like, yeah, I really needed to know that my appearance is also copied. Thank you, game. I got a brush next to my name, just in case I'm not familiar with who I am. That's me. I copied my appearance just so I know. I didn't copy it until this match started. I didn't know who I was till the start of this match, but hey, now I know. Can I actually get your appearance through the wall? No. Or maybe she just went on the other side. Dude, you guys would probably be like, Psyche, why do you think you can get your appearance? You can get people's appearance in the like the least ways you expect it. You'll be getting appearances like when you're inside of buildings for literally no reason. It used to be a lot harder to get appearances, but they actually doubled. I think I already said this. They doubled how far you can get appearances. Okay, well now she gets 1,000% waxed here. Unless she can stall out. Unless he missed the warp. Well, it's technically survivable. Kind of hard as mechanic. We do have another cipher right here. I'm heading to platform 3 to decode. I forgot about that ping. That's actually a nice handy ping. That's a really bad cipher to do against Vexers. Why are we heading to platform 3? Can we do bridge? Can we do bridge? I'm pretty sure that's still a cipher. Okay, I guess. Oh man. He's getting pressured so far away? Why is the postman not helping him? He was getting waxed from so far away. You're just letting the knight die? You just do this thing? Thankfully the knight survived. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe to his perspective, it looked like he was close to the chair. To me, that looked like he was far from the chair. But maybe he knew he'd make it. Maybe he was like, because obviously you can see he's the one who's closer. So maybe he already sees that he's clearly gonna make it. I don't know. It's kind of risky. Kind of risky because I don't know. Once you start shooting your wax gun, if you predict ability, it doesn't prevent wax anymore. It's when you press the ability. If you're already holding your ability, that doesn't prevent the ability. For exactly waxers. Every other hunter in this game, if you hold like, I don't know, let's say you hold out peepers, right? And the survivor predicts ability, and then you drop a peeper, it still gets blocked. Wax Artist is strange because his ability is already activated technically, so I guess that's why. No other ability in this game is like already activated. Nightwatch, I guess. Nightwatch is a good example. If the Nightwatch uses his wind and then you predict ability, it doesn't do anything because he already triggered his ability. You know? Same idea. Okay, well if I had to guess what this man is about to do, where is my coffin? Dude, did I not drop my coffin this game? I forgot to drop my coffin this game. Okay, well just to be safe here. Yep, he's coming for me. Called it. Yeah, he's 100% coming for me. I really wish I dropped this coffin sooner. Okay. I should have dropped it at 2-story. I'm the only person who's gonna benefit from this coffin. Okay, here comes the Alex. He's dead instantly. Okay, never mind. He survived. I guess he was at a pallet, thankfully. Problem is I'm also the only person who can rescue. Knight can technically rescue if he gets a little bit lucky with the predicts. Oh, this is also the last game. Okay, he can't block. He can't block it because the second stop is kind of blocking the trajectory to shoot the Cypher. Okay. Nice. Man, we didn't get anyone's appearance this game. He might be dead. Yeah, he's mega dead. He's mega dead. That was kind of a bad pop. It could have been better. Pop was not instantaneous. We got a coffin for next game. Can't wait to use 2 coffins next game. Alright, 57% though. I don't even know if we're gonna make it out. Are we even gonna make it out? Okay. Teleport? No teleport. If he teleported there, I'm not so sure we would have made it out. Oh, nice wax bomb. He missed. Okay, well, it is what it is. We dead. We lost. What are you gonna do about it? Well, like I said, Embalmer is a very strong survivor. He can get you guys wins. We did have one match today where it actually got us that win. Although I feel like, again, if we played it better, I think we would have been fine. There was another Dream Witch match on Chinatown. Right, where I copped in front of the gate, and I didn't want to use the coffin, but then it used it for me. And I'm like, okay, actually that was really good because now we get another escape out. So the coffin is really good. If you are aware about dropping your coffin, not like last game. Don't look at last game. Last game doesn't count. If you just drop your coffin, you're aware when to drop it, where to go, and then, again, it takes some practice. And like someone said, it's kind of stressful because you have to think about like where's the best place to set up your survivor. Again, like that one Ever Sleeping game, corner house is a great area to kite waxers just because the walls get in your way and they're so annoying. Every time you circle the building, it is very difficult. If you have a survivor who already like is there ready to pre-drop pallets, every time he goes around one pallet, you drop the other one, and then he has to take a huge circle then. It's not just that one pallet. There's 2 pallets now dropped, and so it can be good. Okay, maybe I should have body blocked a little bit better that game, because it seemed like someone else had a Cypher. It all depends how much the other Cypher was, but maybe I should have body blocked a little bit harder for that Magician, because then that Magician could, you know, that Magician could lose his wax, and then honestly, that Waxer was probably running low on wax. That's kind of a long shot to say, though. Didn't place a single coffin. I didn't even place my coffin last game. I just forgot. I just forgot I needed to place my coffin. All right. How's the record doing? How do we do today? You know, we didn't even lose that many points either. I know we had this like really bad hospital game. You know, your flukes will happen. You're gonna have awkward games sometimes. I think we had a really good start. Like if you spent 40 seconds on your target and then you had a switch, you guys are probably winning at that point. Or not winning, but you're at least tying. Thankfully for him, he had a really good first chase. Sorry, he had a really good second chase to make up for the bad first chase where he got nothing off. and then combined with the bad rescue. Unfortunately, that is going to be enough for a win for him. But there was still a shot there. Like, even after that, he wasn't saved. We still could tie that. And we were pretty close to tying that still, honestly. So, Embalmer, very good comeback character. He, you know, a very underrated aspect. Not really the presence. I don't think the presence is the issue with hunters, guys. A lot of people are like, oh, don't rescue because presence. Sculptor is the only hunter where presence really matters to. Every other hunter, yeah, they'll make it more difficult. But the devs have, for starters, toned down presence abilities to be way weaker. You know, they're usually at their strongest to start of the game. You know, the full presence will help, but not by much. So really, the best hunters just need to get accustomed to playing with zero presence. That's how the best hunters need to learn how to play. And the full presence at that point is just a bonus. So you can be stronger after that, but Sculptor's the only one that like literally causes games to be lost if you get full presence early. Besides that, what's more important about Embalmer is that he saves your health, so that when people get rescued with the coffin, not only does it technically rebound them, but you're rebounding them at 0 health. Even Coordinator would have probably had to get hit there before using her gun and rescuing the person, you know. Or rescue first if they hit you, and then shoot the gun after the recovery ends. You know, usually it still costs health, and it also takes time to get off your cipher. Sometimes with Embalmer, you'll have to get off your cipher to set up a coffin, which is, you know, sometimes can be a downside, but think about it. Any rescuer would have to get off their cipher to set up. The difference is you help them rebound with the coffin, you know. And if you pop the right ciphers, you do the right thing, Embalmer not just becomes a tie character, but also a very good winning character. Especially if you don't get chased first, or if you do get chased, if you have very strong kiting fundamentals, you'd be surprised how well you can kite even with 0 abilities in this game. Mostly because probably a lot of hunters are not used to survivors with strong kiting fundamentals. So the moment they face a survivor like, man, the survivor really knows what they're doing, it's so important that you hit every single one of your hunter abilities. You miss even one and you're at a huge deficit. Like that one fireball that Axeboy missed. It seemed like he was in a fine situation, right? Like he missed a fireball, like, okay, it's whatever, I'll probably hit him here. He didn't get that hit in the end. In the end, that Axeboy that is in a really bad spot. That fireball cost him. Because now I'm escaping at full health back upstairs, and there's really no point chasing me anymore. It's just awful. I don't even have a soul on me anymore. I'm reusing the pallet from earlier that I dropped upstairs. It's such a bad deal at that point. I'm going to get a window boost from the window. I mean, you're in trouble at that point. You're just, like, literally in trouble. And so he did the right move there, probably, switching targets. But honestly, you could keep chasing the Embalmer there, too. And it could go fine if you get a lucky ball, but the way that star went and how I rebounded that star, again, it matters so much that you hit those first few abilities as Hunter. If you miss even one, sometimes that's already like game over for your cut. You gotta go find someone else if they're in a really good cut. It all depends. Sometimes you can't chase anyone else. Sometimes you have to stick with your target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and we'll play one Hunter match. I think we'll probably get a quick enough match as well. Oh, you want to see the Axeboy game on that hospital? Sure, we could do that. I just read that message now, though. But yeah, being able to save your health is so important for rebound kites. You'll still save some time. You'll still save some time walking around. Not having, you know, it really depends. If you had to walk really far to get their appearance and then set up the coffin, it's not worth it. It just all depends. We go to Call of this Ripper skin. Alright, we'll play one Call of this Ripper. Alright, that one person, I think I answered your question. I think at the end I said Call of this Ripper and then some honorable mentions. Like, I really like the Feast of Poseidon. Evil Eye Host from Call of Abyss 2, probably my favorite. And it's not just that. I also look at, can you get the skins? You know, you can't really get the skin anymore, but if I'm being honest, like, Call of Abyss Clown, even though it's not limited, it is also still really good. Call of Abyss Wu-Chang, I'm a big fan of the Call of Abyss skins in general. I really like the Call of Abyss skins for the S tiers. There are a couple S tiers I don't like. I don't really like the Geisha one. I would never even play the Geisha one, is the worst part. The problem with the Geisha one is that, like, yes, it looks alright when you're angry, but I don't know if they ever fixed it so that, like, you can literally see the purple skin, like the purple metal on Geisha from across the map. It's just not that good. It was kind of awkward drinking from this thing when I can't go all the way back of my head against this chair. Okay. Well, we don't pick our spawns, so I already know where the closest survivor is anyway. You just go in this direction. You know, you used to not be able to pick your spawns back then, so you'd have to like know where to go whenever you go like a quick match. Nowadays, it's just rank match with the spawn selection. But if you ever play quick match, it's still helpful to know where the closest survivor is. Or you know, if you man, I wasn't expecting that. Oops, I'm lagging a little bit? Or what was that? Is she gonna have a page here? She does! Look at the little girl buff mattering in 4K. Alright, not really, because she still gets hit. Beautiful example of how Foggy Blaze just defies all physics. It just goes right through. Check out my Ripper guide on how to kite with Ripper, or how to play with Ripper, I should say. Okay, this is really bad. I didn't think she would stand at the pallet. That's why I didn't swing that time. It is what it is. Unfortunately, we kind of have to waste the Foggy Blade, but it's also someone who's not decoding, right? We do have invisibility now. We can kind of corner her in here. Yeah, this is good for us. Maybe I should have gone for Foggy Blade there. I probably should have, because now that I think about it, yeah, I forgot, because I should have, because what's it called? She's really scared that I'm gonna Foggy through the wall. Find space. OP. She might have flywheel. We're just gonna wait a little bit here. It was okay. We'll cheer on this person's cipher. You know, it is what it is. Man, never mind. Now it's pointless. Don't get anything out of that. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Let's see here. Maybe we can kill her for free. We do have a chair where we could pretty easily see if people are coming here. And we can teleport back to chair as well. Nice flywheel. I think we're just going to teleport back. This is now an extra person who's not going to be decoding. And I do want a body block here. Shoot, never mind. Get off the chair. No, we didn't knock him off. I'll hit him anyway. We're going to become invisible here from the fog on the ground. Man, the range. I guess he wasn't close enough. Nice, she vaulted. And I'll go for Foggy Blade here, because if she vaults that, she's dead. But if she dodges it, then we're going to be able to get closer to her as well. And we have more Foggy Blades too, you know, we just need a chip there. We don't need a big Foggy Blade, so even if we miss, we can afford to miss. We're anyway waiting on tide. We're still, again, still not in a great position here. I'm almost thinking we just pressure the Cypher right now. They're probably healing here. Yeah, we have to pressure the Cypher. We have to pressure them. If we don't pressure them, no, I thought that would have hit. Well, we'll still hit him, I guess. We just gotta pressure the survivors right now. They'll get the rescue here, but get our teleport back. We're also stalling for teleport, which is also pretty important. And we'll see here. If I had to guess, Fairly's probably gonna come in the direction. The little girl's teleporting to cheerleader in that corner, if I had to guess. I think I know where I'm teleporting next. It might be good to teleport here, it might not be. Healing is also good for us though, because that's the time they're not decoding. Okay, if this goes after a half. Okay. Nice, we do a hitter. I'll save the Foggy Blade so we can kill the Novelist. We kind of need it to kill the Novelist. Right now, the priority is the Novelist. Nice. So they are shaking that Cypher. We're in a good position here, though. We're going to become immediately invisible here, and I'll probably kill the cheerleader here. And I'm surprised they're not getting off the Cypher. They should have gotten off that Cypher. It is the fair lady, and there's the little girl. We'll chase the little girl since she's here. Nice. But we have to keep an eye on the other Cyphers as well. And she did leave. Okay, that was the right play. Okay. Nah, I didn't get it, unfortunately. But again, this person's also dead on chair. So we kill her, and they don't have the Cypher Prime, which I don't think they will. Then again, we're gonna be in a really good spot here. Again, kind of same idea. The person who's dead on chair shouldn't really be doing the Cypher, especially when the Hunter is teleport. It gives too much value to teleport, and at this point, they'll get 1 mana at most. But they're not doing that Cypher. And we're gonna go after the... Who are we gonna go after here? Because Fair Lady gets guaranteed invisibility. The Cheerleader speeds... Oh, this is not the right move from her. That's a guaranteed play. And we're also ticking down on Fair Lady's invisibility here. We're gonna want to go after Fair Lady eventually. Yeah, we're gonna want to go after Fair Lady. Her invisibility is about to run out. Where is she? She went backwards here. Cool. Yeah. Maybe we can like mind game her? Nice, we mind game her with the red light. And we even have teleport almost up here. Nice, we still have this rocket chair. I'm just gonna teleport here. If we need to, we'll be able to speed back up. Let's see. Nice, we do get her. This is a 4-man. She's gonna use her boost here. We're just gonna wait. Man, Ripper is so good. Okay, she's dead. She's literally dead. Even if she dodges out the way, she's too slow to walk back to the pallet. Alright, cool. A little bit scary, but again, the biggest thing you have to keep in mind is the ciphers. That's the biggest thing. That's the bottleneck. The survivors, you know, even if they're really far ahead, the survivors healing or the survivors making sure they're safe is the bottleneck. So then the decode is not going to get done, and then that's time that they're delaying towards their win condition. So you can do other things. You just have to make the right choice at the right time. But it really depends. I was expecting that Fair Lady to rescue before half. We'd maybe get like a little bit of damage, and I might teleport to Little Girl just so we can guarantee that tie. But because that rescue is after a half, we could stick on the Nautilus and then teleport. Because that would also be a guaranteed tie, except now we have 2 people dead on chair. So there's no reason to leave the first person who's dead on chair. Yeah, the disrespect the pallets as Ripper thing is... It's really stupid. It's insanely good. There's just so many times where it's like, with Ripper, if it's a really good pallet, you're not going to get the basic hit, so even if you have detention, it just doesn't make sense to try to hold on to it. Get the damage in while you still have the chance and start your cooldown for your next Foggy Blade. The detention is just a bonus if you catch him in a bad area, which is sometimes helpful with the speed up. It forces them to, it might force them to use like a crappy area that they otherwise wouldn't be able to. But yeah. Play one more Ripper match. Okay, this is not that great. Puppeteer is fine. It's actually really good for us. If we can get our invisibility up forward, it's also fine. Psychologist, it's just a matter of time. Antiquarian is the really bad one. Antiquarian is like the person who I'll probably skip her if we find her. What was Embalmer's buff? Embalmer buff is pinned at the top. You know, the speed boost after the coffin, I'm not so sure if that's a new thing, but I've noticed that after the invincibility runs out, I got like a small speed up for like a second. I didn't even have time to see what it was. So the survivor spawns over there. If you ever get to spawn, there's a survivor that spawns over there. You might want to think about chasing there. Let's see, who is this? Who am I chasing right now? I can't even tell. Puppeteer, perfect. This is the best case scenario. And we also ran into a forward. That's time they're not decoding. He has to use his puppet here. I can just literally hug the wall. Are you not going to use the puppet? Okay, well I guess he doesn't have to. Because using the puppet is the same thing as me using the foggy. So you know what? He actually is making the right choice here not to use the puppet. Because using the puppet when I don't use the foggy would actually be really bad. Because then I keep my foggy blade. Oh, a teleport would be vile here. But he's probably just going to take the tram. No, he doesn't. So teleport there would have been good. But if we teleport there, then he would just take the tram. It's a little bit bad. Awkward situation, you know. Graveyard's really good. Such a strong kiting area. If you can make it to graveyard, you're usually looking pretty good. See, now this is probably just a tie game. Ooh, I messed up there. I guess it's not the end of the world here. But it is a couple extra seconds lost now. We really can't afford that as Ripper, you know? We don't have Cypher pressure. We're all about chase, so if we're taking extra time and we don't need to, what's the point of playing a Chase Hunter? We're just gonna chair as soon as possible here. Hopefully we'll find that rescuer far from chair. That's our goal here with teleport. We also have the best basement in the game. This is by far the best basement in the game, and you can literally see a survivor coming. But we'll see here. If we see another Cypher start shaking, then we're just gonna leave at that point. Okay, that Cypher is shaking. And yeah, Psychologist is not gonna rescue here. She could still rescue if she wants right now. But yeah, we're gonna put them in such an awkward position now that now Ford's probably gonna be telling his teammates to go rescue. That's more people not playing flywheel. Yep, flywheel, there it is. We're not gonna be able to hit him, unfortunately. He just vaults so fast. Forward. Ooh, I thought he was about to crash there for a second. He got me. Okay, we are gonna go back. I don't think it's worth the teleport. Although, we could like pressure a terror shock with it. She doesn't make it. Don't get the hit off. It's fine. We're gonna get our Foggy Blade here back anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's the nice thing about the Foggy Blade buff is that you can just commit a chip, and by the time you need it back, you'll get it back. Hold up, can we get a snipe? I was trying to make it so that the Foggy Blade goes forward and hits him as well. Now this is really bad. I'll actually commit a Foggy Blade just so we can go a little bit faster here. Yeah, now this is not so great. Maybe I should have teleported just to pressure the... Wait, what the heck? Not gonna allow that. Where's this guy? Shoot. We might have lost him now. Okay. This is a little bit scary. I don't really like the situation right now. Ended up losing him, unfortunately. Hello? Too bad. Any Cypher shaking? Man, seriously? That's some BS. At least we're getting all her ability out, but it's not good. Still not good. Okay, give me this. You're not our interest right now. You're just here to slow down decode. Our interest is this guy. Man, I hate the fact that you can like silent vault that. It's so annoying. Gotta go back for anti-querying. This anti-querying is really bad for us right now. But stalling the game is the key right now. We have to stall the game out. If she jumps, she's still getting hit. Go back for forward now. Promise that they can do graveyard as well. Is the problem. Ugh. I think we need to get at least one chair going. It's still pretty bad though. We can't protect 3 Cyphers is the issue. We can only protect 2. I mean... should we go after it? Let's go after it. We know this is the puppeteer. It's just so bad. Yeah, he has to use his puppet here. I don't know if we're gonna make it, guys. I don't think we're gonna make it. I just lost that puppeteer, unfortunately. If we didn't lose that puppeteer, we'd be in better shape here. I'm just gonna chair. We could go greedy and try to basic hit him. They're immediately on the gate. Ooh, okay, we're just gonna teleport. Maybe we can find the other survivor, but I don't think so. It's probably a tie. I just need to not lose that puppeteer. If I didn't lose that puppeteer, maybe we should have chaired there. It might have been better to chair there, actually. I don't think we're making this now. I probably should have waited on the teleport, let the anti-crane get a little bit closer. But if it's a good survivor, they're not gonna get close. They're gonna like distance themselves. And yeah, they should open the gate in time if they know what they're doing. I just need to not lose the puppets here. That was really bad by me. A little bit awkward. I thought we would be able to find the puppets here. I didn't want to let that heal through. Maybe it was fine to let the heal through though. We also could have gone for like a full Foggy Blade, I think, on the forward instead of like a chip hit, and then that would have just straight up killed him. A little bit awkward. Can we watch the replay too? You want to see where he went? The dude probably just dropped down. I thought he went inside. I guarantee he just dropped down on the outside. He definitely just dropped down on the outside. I already know where he went. There's two options. He just did the option I didn't expect, unfortunately. Which I probably should have expected. That's really his only option. That's the only good option. It's too bad. It's so awkward that Tram was there too, because Teleport just wasn't good there. Because of that, Teleport wasn't good. They also barely get this rescue off. Maybe I should have teleported to the chair and we could have pressured like a Terror Shock then. We also could have knocked down that forward right there. Yeah, it's pretty obvious where he went. Oh no, he just mind gamed me. Seriously, the stupid crap actually worked on me. Oh, man. God damn, that was my bad. Such a stupid move from this puppeteer. Did he do it again? He probably did it again the next time I checked. No, he didn't. He did Silent Vault that time. God damn. I didn't check that corner. I didn't think someone would do something so stupid. That's the downside of playing in low tier. That's the downside of playing in low tier. Seriously. The hiding spots don't work like that in this game because the moment the hunter turns around, they get a red dot on their minimap. So hunters don't have to use their eyes. If they turn their screen, they'll just see the red dot. Ah, that was my bad, I guess. I thought he would like drop down. I should have known. I guess, because there's no footprints. I should have known. You know, these survivors are probably not smart enough to just start walking on the hiding route. Probably should have known, honestly. Do you think Ripper's A tier? I think he is A tier. I think he's pretty good. You could see him in tournaments, but it has to be the right survivor comp. If it's a survivor comp like Patient, which no one is using Patient, but Acrobat, or like Mercenary, Gravekeeper, Ripper would be really bad. I guess Mercenary is better than Gravekeeper, actually. Gravekeeper would be bad. Because Gravekeeper, you can't just choose to save your Foggy Blade, just hit the shovel. You have to use the Foggy Blade. Resist as well. Would be bad. Bald guy in your match. Yeah, we got bald guy in the match. Is he playing the bald skin or like what is he playing? Yeah, bald guy should be available to everyone this Wednesday, I think. Yeah. When was he released? He was released last Wednesday. So this Wednesday he'll be available to play, but not in rank. Which I have not even read what he does. I haven't even read his abilities yet. I'm more interested in reading Hunter abilities. Survivor ones, I'm like, I'm anyway not gonna play the Survivor. Like, I just don't play Survivor quick match. Okay, 2 survivors here. We also have a Seer. But the Owl is anyway not available. Not yet, at least. Okay, we got him now. Let's just chair him immediately. If Cowboy lassos, good for him. You could have this if you want. But at this point, he's still going to be in a lot of trouble. He's basically taking guaranteed damage right now. Which, at that point, then they won't have a rescuer if he takes this damage. Okay, he didn't even drop the pallet. Do you at least have flywheel? I probably should have baited that. I'm just gonna keep swinging. We're gonna force these pallets down. If he gets the stun off, so be it. But when it's the harasser, When it's the harasser, you can afford to already be a little bit more aggressive just because they're not decoding. The more pressure you put on there, the faster you force their resources. And basically, Dancer has to... Dancer's decoding the Cypher Machine. We have full reign on this here right now. Okay, we'll teleport it later, I think. Man, Palaboost is so annoying. Bait? Yep, baited. I got stuck. Got stuck there, unfortunately. That's alright. We'll knock down. Free knockdown again. And again, like, he could do the same thing here, but we're actually at an advantage here because now he doesn't know where we're going. Maybe we'll be able to cherry here. Hopefully he doesn't expect this. Yep, we're fine. So yeah, he's probably gonna go to heal now. Probably at statue if I had to guess. Which is, I don't think we can afford to leave though. We can like proxy camp, yeah, they're healing. I wonder if it's worth it. But I don't think so. Dancer's probably, if they're, again, smart survivors will have Dancer rescue. But maybe Cowboy knew he'd get healed in time. You know, it all depends when they start healing. But yeah, I was right. Dancer's coming. It's all relative. I guess Cowboy can get a lasso rescue right now. We need to be a little bit closer. Oh, he missed. Okay, he didn't even go for it. Okay. I don't think Fly was up, so no need to wait. And I'm just gonna chair at statue. Are we even gonna make statue? No. So just take the closest chair at that point. Okay, I see a survivor. Guys, I just saw a survivor decoding out ruins. I saw their shadow at ruins. So we know where they are. Okay, I thought he'd go towards the chair there. My bad. We'll get the fog though at least. Bait this pal drop maybe? No. He'll probably get an owl out here or something. No owl. Still no owl from this man. Owl now? There it is. Is he following me? I don't think we're gonna get, yeah, just 1 second off from the foggy. Too bad. Bait? You can see some pretty silly flywheels just from baiting. I mean, there's very little they can do at this point. This game is looking pretty secured at this point. At this point, 3 more times. But yeah. They just popped that Cypher. And they just finished healing. We know where they're coming from. That's GG. Keep an eye on the Seer. He's not going to make it. We don't have to go for him. And that's a guaranteed Foggy Blade hit. I don't think we need to break that pallet. In the past, I might break that pallet. We just have to prevent her from getting back in ruins here. We can even wait to get my Foggy Blade back, but it's not even necessary. Hello there. You notice most low tiers like using Flywheel? Because Flywheel works on the spot anywhere, but Flywheel is actually the worst version of Brooklyn does. Flywheel? Yep. He did get another owl though. That's good for him. Alright, let's just go pick up Dancer now. He might actually come back. I wonder if he'll come back. No, he just surrenders. What was the talent before Flywheel? Great question. It was called Spectator. All it did, it used to do something a little bit different, but they actually buffed it trying to make it good. It was still useless. The original Spectator, it was called Spectator, and I still have it called Spectator in my build. Not that I ever used it before it was buffed to Flywheel, but Spectator. It made you heal survivors 20% faster. That was it. That's all it did. It made you heal survivors 20% faster, and it made you able to see the survivors only when they weren't getting chased up. So it was completely pointless because it would be better in Dead by Daylight. I think what the devs are going for is the devs were creating this game after Dead by Daylight. And in Dead by Daylight, the strategy for hunters is to chair. You know, you kill your target, you chair them, and then you go search for a new target. So in a game where you do that, then the best place you know, move on to your next target. Have one person on chair, another person busy rescuing. They're gonna waste their time healing, because otherwise Hunter can go back and kill that person really quickly, especially with traits. So the devs thought, oh, with traits, then it's even more likely that hunters are gonna go after their target and, like, you know, they're gonna tunnel, right? But what the devs didn't realize is that this game has nothing against camping. In Dead by Daylight, they have stuff against camping. They have two things against camping, actually. The first thing is literally that you can rescue yourself if you're camping. If the hunter camps for too long in front of your face, you just rescue yourself. And so you guys may be thinking, like, well, what's the point of that? Because in this game, if you rescue yourself, you're just gonna immediately get farmed, right? In that game, in Dead by Daylight, you get like an 8-second tide turner every time you get rescued. Every time you get rescued, the person doesn't even need tide turner like you do in this game. Anytime you rescue yourself or anyone rescues you, you get automatic free 8-second tide turner. So if the hunter camps and you rescue yourself, you will hit them and they'll have tide turner. And it's not like an Identity 5 where they'll go down after 8 seconds. It's a little bit different. It's like wounded effects. Basically, if you hit a survivor, as long as they're running, they'll never die. You basically need to hit them 2 times. So in Dead by Daylight, it just makes no sense to camp because of that. But in Dead by Daylight, there's nothing against that. There's nothing against camping. So, of course, hunters are going to camp. And not just that, but in Dead by Daylight, the hooks are longer. It takes, I think, 80 seconds to die nowadays. It used to be 70 seconds. I think they've upped it to 80 now. I don't know. It's been a while since I played. But it used to be 70. I think now it's 80. I don't remember. So imagine waiting 80 seconds proxy camping. You know, being, like, not close to the chair, but close enough to, like, still tunnel your target. You know, it's really hard in Dead by Daylight to camp because of that, effectively. And on top of that, every survivor having, like, free tide turner when they get rescued. So every time they get rescued, you just have to sit there and wait for 8 seconds. If they make a pal, you can't hit them now. But in this game, that's not how it works at all. There's nothing against camping, and survivors don't get free tide, you know. So what that basically did, back to my point, spectator, healing survivors 20% faster in this game is useless. Healing in this game is in general useless because hunters are going to tunnel, and even if you hit someone else for free, then if the chase was long enough, like that one Embalmer match, they're not even gonna bother healing. They're just gonna rush the ciphers. It just doesn't make sense to heal in a situation like that. Man, Ripper, you're so tall. I didn't even see where the dog was. So it's like it's bad. It's bad to have faster healing in this game because of that. So Spectator was useless. They actually eventually buffed Spectator. They buffed Spectator so that when you're walking in the direction of an injured survivor, you move 10% faster. But only when you're looking at them and when you're running towards them. That was the buff. It wasn't that much different, and it was just as useless afterwards. Because in this game, healing is not the move. Healing is almost always a waste of time unless it was the target that the hunter just left for some reason. Which is very rare. It's very rare for them to leave their target. It's usually not worth it. Even I do want to make clear, even in Dead by Daylight, even though there's so many things against camping, there are still advantages to tunneling and staying on the same target. Like in competitive play, you still want to stick with the same target, just because it is important to prevent as many escapes as possible. The rules are so confusing. In Identity 5, it's as simple as like a win, tie, lose, depending on how many survivors escape. That's literally it. It's that simple. But in Dead by Daylight, it's so confusing. It is so confusing. We're gonna force the owl here. It's literally so confusing. Are you gonna owl or not? I should have just gone for a basic hit. I was too busy talking. I wasn't focusing on what button I was about to press. But anyway. Oh, we're just gonna go after that cipher next. You guys see that? Oh, we missed out on a free knockdown. It's whatever. This game is looking really good for us. Okay. Oh, there's 2 cheerleaders. That's fine. It might not be worth... She does the exact same thing as the other cheerleader. Okay. Okay. Flywheel. Guys, just being patient with your Foggy Blade. It's kind of silly. I need to be playing with, like, the new Ripper. I'm used to the old Ripper, how there's no such thing as chip hits. I should have done a chip hit right there. That was my bad. There we go. Good stuff. Though it really wasn't necessary. If we can... You guys hear breathing? Is there like a survivor behind this wall? Because I still have tinnitus. No. I assume they're just chilling at the cipher. No? It's shaking. I'll check it. They might have just gotten off it because I'm here. No. No, they're just not here. Is this like that other game where they're picking a stupid hiding spot? No, okay. I thought they were like behind those barrels for a second. Anyway, well, as I was saying, like even in Dead by Daylight, in competitive by Daylight, you do want to tunnel people, but it's so confusing. It's not like in Dead by Daylight at all. Like two people escape does not equal a tie. It makes no sense. Double hit, nice, well played. Well played to myself. Thank you, Psyche. All right, now we're gonna be flywheel. Here comes 3, 2. Oh, even sooner. Well, which side were they decoding? That one. We'll keep that in mind because they have to come to rescue. Otherwise, they dead. Looks like he already stopped shaking the cipher. In which case, let's not even bother picking up Seer. We'll just go straight in their direction. Yeah, because we already know where you're coming from. If Seer picks himself up, I'll be forced to teleport here. I got no other option. Probably not gonna knock her down. You probably wouldn't knock her down anyway. Well, we already know you don't have flywheel. Try to swing away so that we can keep the fog. Although we get fog when he gets knocked down anyway. That was like an old Ripper thing where knocking out survivors, you wouldn't get fog from them getting knocked down. So if I had to be the survivor right now, they're probably not in that corner. I'm trying to be like a survivor at this tier. Like realistically, I probably would go in that corner. Just because the survivor probably wouldn't expect it. The hunter wouldn't expect it probably, but you know, there's so many places they could go. They also could have gone to like God corner while I wasn't looking. Flywheel Seer. Flywheel Seer, cheerleader, flywheel. I mean, you could say everything doesn't need flywheel. You know, you're gonna see it. There's nothing you can do about it. People are gonna go do what they want. It probably deserves its own video though, like why Broken News is better than Flywheel. We don't really have, like I was saying earlier, I wasn't talking about it at all this year. But like I said in the past, we don't really have like any guides on a new 5. Educating like the typical survivor. You know, that other video I did recently, looks like it did pretty well. 5 things you might have not known. A lot of people now, or the average survivor is probably gonna know that a survivor can get hit by spider up above, you know, on heights. They might try to dodge her now. You know, it's just little stuff like that. It's just 10k views, but you know, it adds up. Those are returning people who might see like another Psyche video and be like, hey, this guy Psyche, this video was pretty informative last time. You know, that's how you build it. We'll see though. We'll see. Haven't done a video in a while. I gotta do another one. Remember when I said I'll play 100 match? Just one, guys. It's just 100 match, right? Should I play Cloud? Oh no. Who? Escapologist. I didn't even see Escapologist. Like, what was that? The hospital match? Okay, this time we're gonna see it for real. This time we're gonna see it for real. For real, yeah, for real. Should we play Violinist? Should I subject myself? No, don't have peepers! Whew, that was close. Would have lost on the spot. I mean, I remember Violinist used to be such a much better hunter. And then they nerfed Violinist when he wasn't even close to an OP hunter. There were much worse hunters at the time. They even nerfed Peeper just because of Violinist. I mean, Peeper's so bad for every other hunter. Like, they were an okay trade before. They're still fine for Violinist. It depends on the map, though. Blink is just more guaranteed. Escapologist has a white cloud over his name. Okay. Don't know what that's all about. I'm probably going to be mega confused, right? It's going to be like when I went against Fair Lady for the first time. And I didn't read her ability. Interesting. Turns out Peepers would have been good in this area. What are you gonna do? You're gonna walk in a straight line. Okay. Man, I thought that was gonna touch me. You know how big a range on those balls are? You don't even realize until it actually hits you. I was honestly thinking that was like on the pixel edge of touching me, I swear. Maybe mine did. Oh, we don't even need 2. Ooh. The rare wall hit as Violinist. It's gonna cost us. Okay, we got 5. Alright, well. It still cost us a hit. No, I don't have. No, that was so bad. I forgot I don't have Impulsive. Impulsive losing me the match? Impulsive confirmed losing me the match? Not having Impulsive? Too bad. Impulsive actually would have gotten us the hit there. My bad. What is my build? I don't even know my build. I haven't played Violence in so long. It's been so long since we played Violence. Poor Violinist, man. What did they do to you? They massacred my boy. He used to be the he was like the second Ripper. He's still similar to Ripper, and then they just deleted him out of existence as soon as he was somewhat decent. He was a good hunter, but he wasn't amazing. Okay, he was amazing. He wasn't like S tier, you know. It's hard to compete with the S tier hunters though nowadays. Nowadays the S tier hunters double hit. It's gonna be after AF. Yep, it is after AF. I'll just use it. Whatever. That's a hit. Man, I'm not gonna lie though. The slowdown on notes, it still is good. It's still good, you know? Don't sleep on the slowdown from the notes. Oh, well that's a hit. He literally cannot... what's it called? Why? You don't have fly. The slowdown on notes, it makes a surprising difference, honestly. Okay. The only issue with like Violence now is like, what do you do? Like, we're just such a slow hunter. Slowly walk to the cipher machine. Slowly getting there. We'll get there one day, guys. We'll get there one day. One day. Trying to aim on the side where I think they would be on, but... We don't even have full presence. Okay, well someone is here. Because there's no reason... Why are... Wait, no one is here? Why were the footsteps there for so long? Guys, this is sus. I'm investigating. I just wasted my time. There was no one there. Oh well. Well, if you didn't believe me, now it's a tie for sure at this point. We can see you. Oh, she didn't put the bees there. That's a mistake. Alright. I'm just gonna walk right through. Brave soul. Free deduction points, right? It doesn't matter to hit them more than 3 times. And I think we lose now, guys. Well, we tie. We're probably tying. What are you gonna do? I mean, like, is it worth the teleport here? It honestly might be. Let's make some Feaster noises. Devs definitely didn't reuse that from Feaster. Okay. Decent. Not bad. You already broke this pallet. Do you have another one? Oh, I should have known. What am I doing? I should have known. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I should have known. How could I let that happen to me? I'm the guy who predicts all the flywheels. Where is... Yeah, you're right. I haven't seen the escapologist at like one time in this game. Where'd he go? Where's my man? I don't... Uh-oh. Oh. Hello, chair. Oh, you can't get rescued for 5 seconds, I'm assuming? Oh, it also stops the chair timer, though. Oh, that's not good. Does it stop the chair timer, too? Alright, well, that was very beneficial. How many times can you do that? Not many, right? Well, if you use that pal, you're dead. Lucky hit? Lucky hit? Unaware? Nah, too bad. He was aware. Aware? Alright, let's see what this cloud thing does. Alright, my man, what do you do? What do you do? What's your thing? I don't really know what that does. I mean, we're in like a new plane of existence right now. Okay, let's just avoid it. Okay, that was a waste of time. Hello. Bet you weren't expecting me flywheel? Well, if you flywheel, doesn't matter. Do they have the separate primes? What's going on? What's going on? We must have separate prime, guys, right? What are we doing? What are we doing, man? Well, If I had to guess, there's probably like a range. Wait a minute. Wasn't that her? Isn't this her third chair? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? I gotta re-roll the stream. Did I miscount the chairs? Uh-oh. This is not looking so safe anymore. Which server is shaking right now? Oh, that one. Berserker? Oh, I have no Berserker. Never mind. Oh, she ran away. Wait for her speed boost to run out? Okay. I'm just so careful not to hit the chair. You just gotta be so careful not to hit the chair. Whatever you do, just don't hit the chair. Anyway. Alright, escapologists. You either have the gate ready or you don't. Okay. Oh, I heard it. I heard the sound. I know where you are. I heard you. Wait, I can also see where you are. Hello, flywheel? Yep. Typical! Did I chair a different survivor there? I'm so confused. I must be tripping. I must be tripping. How many survivors did we chair? Did we chair her 1, 2, or 3 times? Acrobat, obviously dead in 3 chairs. Cheerleader. Oh, my bad. Oh, I see why. My target was entomologist, not the cheerleader. I don't know why I thought my target was the... Hold up. I'm so confused. What even happened this match? Why did I start chasing cheerleader? Oh, hold up. Okay, I teleported because it's Cypher pressure. Puts pressure on the Cyphers. Then he swapped the chair for cheerleader. Yeah. Oh no, we killed entomologist. Oh, I see what happened. I forgot that entomologist wasn't even my target. My target was cheerleader. Entomologist was my first target, and then I switched to cheerleader. I don't know, I wasn't thinking. Alright, well, no, don't worry. He doesn't like chair survivors extra. That was just a different survivor. I just shared a different survivor. You don't understand how escapologist works? Well, I haven't read what he does. Did you read what he does? Will escapologist actually escape? Unfortunately, no. He did not escape. He's a phony. Well, that was a fun return to violinist. When was the last time they buffed violinist? If you guys are ever wondering, you can always search up IDV wiki violinist. Let's see when they buffed this guy. When was the last time this poor man got buffed? It's gonna be like Gamekeeper. Like, he's the new Gamekeeper. It's so sad. Like, back when Gamekeeper was getting a buff every, like, 4 months and he was just still garbage. Okay, they buffed him, what was this, 5 months ago now. About to be 6 months ago, this June 5th. Because they updated him December 5th, 2024. The poor guy. Poor guy. Alright. We got puppets here. Such a bad idea with puppeteer on the team. Alright, well, whatever. Let's just go for it. If we lose, we lose. It's Clown. Come on. Honestly, I'd rather go Hellebird than Clown, if I'm being honest. Like, it's at least more fun, I'd say. Like, right? It's probably more fun. And people panic when it's Hellebird. That's the best part about Hellebird. It's not even that he's actually good. People just panic. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know, you all done it. I've been there. You've been there. We've all been there. We know that feeling when we see Hellebird. We're like, oh god, it's Hellebird. I'm gonna die instantly. It's over. I got an instant tinnitus mark there, by the way. It's kind of funny. I mean, you kind of get the same, like, bad feeling in your stomach when you see Clown, though, right? Oh my god! You were cutting there a little bit too close there, my lady. Oh, you can tell this person isn't an OG player. If that was an OG player, oh, they would be shaking in their boots for a Terror Shock right now. Drop that. Thank you. It's a little bit faster, probably. I don't actually know. It's probably just as... Oh, is she going to use the new kiting area that they buffed? Okay, I don't know why she went around the long way. Okay, let's keep her there. Hello. Are you going to try to stun? Nope. Nice. See, that's the problem... I'm always not used to, like, the hitbox of the old hunters. Oh, are we gonna finally see use of the new kiting area? Flywheel? Flywheel was up right there. I mean, a kite to be killed in that amount of time. What the? You just decoded right in front of my face? I guess we weren't really cutting on her cipher though, so fair enough. And no tinnitus. They just popped the cipher big bow, I'm assuming. Let's look on the mini map. Yeah, big bow. Big bow's guaranteed to spawn, so if it's not there anymore, then they popped it. Flywheel. Also, I get to use my favorite accessory that I never get to use because it's only available on Clown and Gardener. OG accessory. Are you after half? Okay. Be my guest. I'll knock you down. Oh no! I actually wanted to knock him down. I'll blink here. I'm not letting him escape with a hook. If he hooks her, then he would outrange my dash. It's worth it. We want to bring the pressure to us. We want to bring the start to us as Clown. And, let's try to chair on bad corner. I know they're decoding that. I'm just scared that they're gonna pop it before I can reach it. I have a bad feeling that's what's gonna happen. Okay, she missed a calibration. Maybe now. Yes. Good. We're gonna protect it. With accelerated decode, it would be very close to popping. Just gotta keep an eye, because I'm expecting like a double rescue here. Okay, that's a fake. No, that's not a fake. Well, anyway, I'm just gonna wait it out. We're gonna wait it out. Put on wind wings, why not? And I want to hit the Fair Lady, because Fair Lady is gonna take 5 years to get up now. And that's what Modified Drill does. I should probably be more specific. Modified Drill makes it so you heal 70% slower. You already used Flywheel earlier. Because you thought I would go after you. Sorry to say, my man, but the answer is no. I'll chair right here. So basically what it means is now, instead of taking 30 seconds to heal up, she takes 70% longer. What's 30 times 1.7? Put that in a calculator and that's how much longer she takes. That's not counting deteriorate and panic. So add 5% and add 6%. So make it 1.81. Multiply 1.81 by 30 and that's the new number. That's how long it takes to heal. The maximum is 2, so there's a maximum. Does that apply? Does the modified drill effect still apply? Oh, too bad. Okay, well now we got a pressure cipher. Too bad. And I also wasted my dash. Oh man. Ooh, that was good by her. Good job. I think we are. She already used self-heal. I am going to leave her here. It's a little bit risky, I know, but she already used self-heal. So it should be fine, and I know they have to be healing right now. As long as we knock down one of them, we're already putting pressure on them. Doesn't even matter who. And yeah, he has to go pick up Fair Lady. But the thing is, Fair Lady is stuck at 60% healing right now because of insolence. Insolence once you self-heal, if you have insolence, it makes it so that your heal ends at 60%. Honestly, he could have also... I'm curious. Hold up. Let me see. What? It's not... He wouldn't be able to prime it anyway. I love how I just by checking the cipher, we're getting Flywheel out. Oh, we don't need to pick you up. You're never picking yourself up. Alright. Out of curiosity. 30 times 1.81. Okay, she takes 54 seconds to pick herself up. Extremely long time. Caps out at 2. It doesn't go higher than 2. So 2 is equal to 100% slower. Oh, you guys already found it. 54.3, thank you. So can you play Helmber? Yes, we're gonna play Helmber. Oh, so also someone asked me to go check that Axpa game. I hope it's not like not outside 10 game range anymore. Once it goes past 10 games, we can't watch it anymore. Okay, what skin? This is the most important part about Helmber. What skin? Because we're gonna be doing a lot of walking. You know, we may as well look nice while we're doing it. I like this skin. This is pretty cool. This could be an A tier. You know, a little bit more. I mean, this is a nice skin. This is already a nice skin. Like, Like, this is way different from original Hellember. You know, Hellember's got some really nice skins. They all, like, look way different. I mean, these, obviously. I'm convinced that these were, like, beta models of Hellember. That this was, like, the original Hellember, and then maybe this was, like, the next version, but then maybe Chinese government was like, no, that's too violent, so they settled on, like, this thing that we have in the game right now. What even is this? This is another version of Hellember. These are all... It's so confusing, because if you equip the skin, he actually changes in the book. That's why I have a feeling that this was, like, maybe, like, the beta version of Hellember. Like, these were all maybe beta versions. But any other beast skin, they don't change the way Hellember looks in the book, so... And plus, Mr. Puppet. I mean, Mr. Puppet really fits, you know? Maybe that was, like, the original one. You like Pinhead Hellember? I like Pinhead Hellember, too. The Medieval Punisher. You think Medieval Punisher is more tryhard than Mr. Puppet Moonface? Moonface to me is the most tryhard. If I ever see a Hellember, it's always Moonface. Mr. Puppet, they're the funny kind of Hellember, but the tryhard ones are always wearing the Moonface. Alright. This skin's cool too. I mean, guys, you gotta, like, wonder, like, look how buff my man is. What was he doing after, like, all those hardships happened to him in his life? Did my man, like, really just sit down and just be, like, crunching at the gym for the next year? He just really wanted his revenge that bad. He wanted to be fit while doing it. You know, and then the Ripper comes along and, like, Ripper's doing just as well. Yeah, he just put a couple of claws on his hand, and yeah, it's just as lethal, it turns out. Well, I have a feeling we're about to get destroyed. This is not looking good, guys. Not looking good. At least we vault windows really fast. I think Hellember's like the fastest window vaulter. What am I doing chasing here, by the way? Oh, he touched me. No! How did that hit? Okay, we should still hit him here. Alright, free hit to Hellember. I didn't even use anything, I just followed the dude. All he had to do was vault that window. He didn't know blink timer, I guess. He could just check and surrender timer. Well, finally, I'm getting my hunt up. We gotta bait the illusions out before I commit a blink here. Alright, we got it. Very important that you are a master at blinker. Master at blinker. Master blinker. So that's really close to someone else. Oh, too late. Master blinker, guys. Be careful. Master blinker coming in. Well, there's no point putting a fire on that puppet. She can just touch it. Yep, she touched it. No reason to. Once you touch it, there's no point. Where'd my magician go? Surprise! I'm coming for you. Oh, there he is. How you doing? Or was that just a panic illusion from earlier? Is this just a panic illusion? Because he forgot he's invisible after rescue? Man, magician kind of hurts as Hellember. I should have swung sooner. Man, that's tough. Like, we don't really have direct vision on him. Oh, thank you, Red Puppet, for going where I wanted you to. Terror shot? Oh, too bad. Is it Jover? Do we die? Do we lose this game? Flywheel? Oh, you already used Flywheel. Right. Alright, guys. I'm not really liking the look of this game. This is not looking good. Oh, wait. What was that? What was that? That's not a pallet drop. Because you don't get notified for dropping pallets that far. Hold up. Let's stop the Cypher machine. Hopefully Puppet goes for the Cypher. Yep, he is. Cool. Oh, wait, no, he's not. Thanks, Puppet. Oh, you guys are back here, aren't you? No, you're not. Damn. Guys. I'm kind of shaking in my boots right now. Okay, you can have that. I'm not gonna leave. I'm getting tinnitus. That's not in tinnitus range. Okay, Puppet is like a peeper. He'll tell us if someone's nearby. By the way, since she has a terror radius from the puppet, she doesn't know when I'm coming. Okay, let's do this. I'll keep the red flame. Or not the flame. I'll just keep a flame. Man, what is the plan here, guys? Guys! You guys gotta get here a little bit sooner than that. What the heck? My boy just BM'd and swung at the chair. Dude, Embalmer fire spirits know what's up. They know to BM their target. They swing even when they're dying. Oh, well, there goes the red puppet. Red puppet's dead. You gotta be careful when you switch with the puppet. Oh, hello there. It points on the closest survivor as well. Fun fact. I'm sorry, Gardner. I gotta do this to you. Nope, you didn't touch the puppet! You gotta touch the puppet, man. If they touch the puppet and then you activate, well, then it still stands still. That's why I didn't activate earlier. It makes no sense. I know, but that's just part of the rescue guide against Embalmer. By the way, she's there, right? You guys are just chilling here, yeah? Oh. You guys are chilling. Enjoy your puppet. Maybe I'll like switch maybe I'll like switch spots so that I can BM. Hold up. Tinnitus. Where are you at? Let's switch spots with the puppet real quick. Where are you at? There you are. Are you gonna touch the puppet? What the heck? Man, gotta watch. Yo, hold up. I forgot. You know where he is. I forgot. That the fire spirit tracks down people in a pocket watch. I forgot about that. Oh, my bad. We could have killed him a lot sooner. I forgot about that. Alright, even if he gets up and starts destroying the red puppet or the yellow puppet, doesn't matter because both puppets are there. Okay. I don't know about this bubble. I guess you gotta use it. Are you gonna predict blink every time? Are you gonna fly with him? What's the move? Alright, Magician picks himself. 3, 2, 1. Hello. Okay. Magician officer to the rescue. I should have known. How did I forget? I forgot the most important rule about Embalmer. So many little things about Embalmer. It's easy to forget even one. Each ability has like such a different interaction with the puppet. It's like I notice every time you ping location with the new pings, you scroll down the list. Ah, yeah, you're right, Leon. You're right. I always forget about that. You could just hold that little airplane button and just drag. If you see where it is, if you can like see where it is, it's convenient. I just tend not to do it. I just tend not to use it, but you're right. It is sometimes more helpful to do that. It's a lot faster. So then all I need to do is just memorize where the ping is and not the name of the area necessarily. May you humbly request a photo match. Sure, we'll do a photo match. First though, hold up. Let's see if we can still watch that Axeboy game. That Axeboy game in rank match. Oh yeah, it's still here. How did the kite die so fast? I don't know. Someone was asking. I'm not too interested. It is what it is. Mistakes happen. All right, this is the spawn. For those who weren't watching the stream earlier, you're about to see an embarrassing start. A really embarrassing start from me, followed by like the biggest comeback. Like you see, he's smart. He's smart. He knows that it's easier to land a purple soul from this side than from when you go up the other stairs the other side. And because I can't see him, I have to be careful of that. Now, he messed up so bad there. And you're like thinking, okay, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter, right? He's gonna hit me here, right? Right. He's gonna hit me here, right? Oh, bye. I'm leaving. Bye-bye. We're out of here. And we already have like 30%. And he has... It's not the fastest power breaking. Yeah, it's so funny. I can tell that he doesn't have the fastest power breaking. That's a 10% difference. I just told you guys right there. He has faster power breaking, but it's not the fastest possible. I can tell that just from looking. Alright, what goes wrong here? I don't think I pinged the interchange target, did I? Uh-oh. Oh, I see. People out here pinging watch out for blink, and he got us all. Guys, he got us all. He never even had Blink to begin with. Hold up, what is happening? He just went in a big circle. Uh-oh, I don't know about that. Oh, because he already has the other one. Right. So then dropping the other one is good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not looking too good. Uh-oh. Yeah, honestly, that wasn't that bad of a kite. Okay. The start really sucked, but... You know, we still got 90% on our cipher. On one person's cipher. I was kiting in... I guess forward decode slow. I don't know how he's like 40% only. But... What am I doing? Oh, I'm decoding, obviously. Even I have a cipher more decoded than 4 now. I was the one kiting. Although I know I do decode faster. Alright, he footballs here. How does he not make this rescue? I see, because there's a flame in the way. Yeah, now it's kind of BS. He just goes for it a little bit too late, but... Look at that. Sadness right there. Stealing his build info right now. Alright, well, it is what it is. Yeah, I know, watch out for Blink and he just like silence. It's kind of funny because if I took that hit, turns out that it wouldn't have been that big of a deal because he anyway didn't have Blink. As long as I don't get unlucky with another soul, it's possible though. Purple souls are also not that hard to aim. You just gotta be patient with them. Maybe you can play actually. I already promised a photo match. We'll do a photo match. I can't believe I had a match with you. I don't have space on my friends list. Guys, I'm down to 1 spot on my friends list. Wait, what's the limit? What's the new limit for friends? I don't even know. What's the limit for friends? It might be 300 now? I don't even know. We gotta refresh. Am I in Survivor right now? No, I was in Hunter. Mr. Popular over here. A lot of them don't play the game anymore. How many of them played the game? It takes so long to scroll to the bottom. Every time I need to get rid of someone, it's so hard. It's like when a match takes longer than 2 seconds. Well, I'm just used to these 1 second match times. I guess I'm a high tier hunter now, you know? Alright. We'll do 1 photo match, as boring as I think it is. 1 photo, and then we're gonna call it stream. See, that guy called you straight away. Yikes. You came here immediately after the match? That was you? What's up, Luna? Welcome. I just rejected you on stream. I'm so sorry, man. You were muted? I see. I didn't even read the post match anyway. But yeah, it's GG. Yeah. You know, there's... I mean, I wonder how many people I matched that know me, but they just don't say anything. Or how many times did someone say something and I just left post match because I'm starting the next match already. You can order your friends list to see who's not been online for a long time. It's not that helpful though, Joseph, because it still ranks it by who has the most intimacy with you. So people with like only like level 7 of intimacy are like somewhere in the middle. And it's so annoying trying to find them. Or did they change that? Like, yeah, I could order from oldest, but I'm pretty sure the intimacy people. And I think it's ranked by intimacy no matter what. It just flips it. It just flips it. Man, we got Leo's memory too. I don't know the spawns here. I don't know every single person's spawn. Where did we spawn again? Okay, we spawned inside a factory, so there's gonna be 1 person here. I don't really memorize the rest of the spawns. Is there like someone that spawns back here? Ah, man, of course, the game knows when we want to play photo. I always get like some crappy map for photo. Even ever sleeping would have been fine. Like, what is this? Chinatown even. Giving me the map with like the most garbage. No tinnitus mark. It's not looking too good, guys. Oh my god! They double decoded and they finished a cipher? We're up against some cracked survivors. Dude, they know what they're doing. Oh no, and it's not the perfumer because there's two of them right here. Man, I had a feeling this like low tier was sitting at the pallet. Like, you already know with these low tiers, instead of running and making you waste time running, they're just standing still. And then they waste the pallets too. That's a good pallet you just used that you could have saved just by running and using the window. Are you doing the exact same thing? How is that inside the pallet? Are you kidding me? We don't even have like a way to deal with this either though, unfortunately. We don't have an easy way to like deal with these, with like when people like go behind pallets. We don't have an easy way. We can't like just hit them behind the wall, or we that's my bad. What are we supposed to do? It's just a battle. Blank predict? Blank? Alright, well, they healed pretty quick. At least we got a free hit, alright? Let's thank the Lord that we got a free hit. We just did the impossible as photographer. Honestly, sometimes even Nightmare is better than photographer. It's kind of sad. It really depends. Like this game, we don't get to choose our spawn, so if I don't know people's spawn, we're kind of in trouble. Okay. Thank you for not rescuing. I get time to hit you before I go after you. Flywheel? Like, ooh. That was my bad. Man, do I have impulsive? I do have impulsive. If I didn't have impulsive, that was another miss. I just assume I have impulsive. This is like another hunter where I will run impulsive. Man, what is this crap? Your body blocking sucks. Why are you guys so far apart? Okay, are you gonna pop out? Oh, okay, the other guy popped out. Man, this sucks. Man, the pallets are also dropped here. Oh, why did I hit her? Hold up, watch this surprise. Oh, man, that was gonna be so good. Maybe? What is this, by the way, by every rocket chair? It looks like a prisoner connection. I guess that's the escapologist thing. Where'd he go? My man went in a straight line. I probably should have expected that, though. That is the better kiting route. Because he's playing Cowboy too. Oh, you just picked photographer, so I can't do anything. And for some reason, he didn't go for the window. Don't ask me. I don't know, guys. Don't ask me. Hello there. Free hit? Too bad. No perfume? It's like that meme. No perfumes? No bee? Okay, well, you're dead. What is this, like, positioning? Hello? Not too bad. No hit. No hit? Question mark? Dude, can we even afford going in the photo world right now? Apparently, the closest survivor is behind me. That's not good. That's the perfumer. Oh my goodness. When are they gonna fix that? When are they gonna fix that? That when someone's dying on a chair, it doesn't spawn anymore. You know what's annoying is that they fixed other things. They fixed other things like, where is this person? There it is. They fixed other things, guys. Like how when someone is dying on a chair, there used to be like an invisible wall until that person like fully died. And then they removed that so that even while the person is dying and they launch off into the air, they've removed the invisible wall. Like, it's so annoying. They just leave this crap in the game. What is the logic? I don't get it. Okay, well, hopefully this is the perfumer. Pray. Pray. And hopefully they don't pop another cipher. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Alright, guys. Who is this? Oh, it is a fake. Okay. Great. We got another Pharaoh Lady survivor that because I didn't read about, now I'm just going to get mega confused. The moment I read about the survivor, it's just going to be very obvious which one's the fake, I'm guessing. Oh, it also shows you where they are if you lost them. No, we're not going to knock them down. Anyone who knows what they're doing, you're not going to get a free hit on them. Flywheel? You can't even bait it. Anyway, the Cyber's primed. Oh, great. Part 2. I have no idea how this ability works. I'm just walking around at this point. Literally just walking around. I have no idea how this works. How many does he get, by the way? Blink? Flywheel? Well, Photo's gonna be Photo, you know, he's boring like that. I don't know why these people are asking me for photo matches. This is like the worst hunter in the game to play. Most boring hunter. Come on, Lantern. Lantern asking for like the most boring hunter pick. And of course that cowboy crap. I forgot about that. He can take damage and he can take a damage hit without getting damage, and after you hit him, he gets a blink. Oh yeah, blink. I know exactly what that is. Thank you. That's so helpful, Joseph. Because I know exactly what the hell blink is on a survivor. You got unlucky with the map trust. I feel like we're gonna lose no matter what, though. At least we tied. We didn't lose. All right, we'll do one more next game, just because that game sucked. It's such a waste of time. Ah, yes, a waste of 10 minutes, my favorite. A blink on a survivor's when they teleport. Teleport where? Where they teleport to? Like I said, guys, I'll read it. I'll read it. This makes no sense. This is what I sound like to people who don't play at any 5. I realize now. Thank you for making me realize. Yeah, I remember that, Joseph. We did our last match like 45 minutes ago. In fact, I can barely remember it by now. Man, these photographer matches. Okay, it wasn't that one. He teleports forward a bit. Okay, but where? Where does my man teleport to? It seems a lot like the original First Officer, where it's like, you guess where they go, or like Pharaoh Lady. These kinds of survivors are annoying. Like, who are they countering? Who are they countering, really? Like, these types of gimmicky survivors. When are we getting our next rescue or, like, harasser? Giving me these, like, oh, maybe you won't get hit, you know? Kind of survivor's deal. You know, Pharaoh Lady, now this guy. I guess it's better in the sense that if you get hit, you don't take damage. That sounds better, at least. It's already better than Pharaoh Lady. I'll give credit where it's due. It's like Pharaoh Lady but upgraded, just like Percy, and then literally like a month later they release Wheel and make Percy like whole mechanic completely ununique now. We got a survivor that does the exact same thing now, or not a survivor but a hunter, I mean. Okay, interesting. Going backwards. Never seen this route before. Usually they go the pallet route, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know the route that makes like more sense. Oh, your soul disappeared too. Go bad. I'll take this. Yo, I remember when the peaceful pine branches, they didn't like light up like that, so it was just a nightmare trying to find them where they are in the grass. Nice. Good stuff. You can tell where they are based off where the purple soul is. That's kind of how you can figure that out. Man, that's so annoying. It's okay. Still dead. I had such a big feeling that I like flywheels incoming. It's so predictable. Tell me what's more predictable, guys. What is more predictable? A little girl using her page when she's when you're right next to her and anyway about to hit her? Or the what's it called? The flywheel. What's more obvious? Flywheel just by standing next to them. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's tough. It's a tough call to make. By the way, if you grab the branch when you're full, it just drops the branch on the ground. So, you know, you may as well do that. Because you skip some animation time later if you ever walk that tree. And plus, now if they break that tree, or if it just breaks on its own, you'll just have 2 branches there now, which is... So, basically, you should always pick up branches is what I'm saying. Man, that's the second time that happened to you. What's going on? Alright, anyway. My man is getting chaired. Thank you, Restful Road, from the other tree. I used to play a lot of Axe Boy back when he was first reworked. He was a lot better, man. He was so much better back then. They massacred my boy the way they did violence. It's funny because they did the buff I was suggesting for such a long time. Because I was suggesting Axe Boy should get nerfed. And I was suggesting they make it so you break the trees faster. Because if you can break the tree faster, then you won't get a purple soul on you. And the next tree he places, you still don't get a soul. Because when you break a tree, when you don't already have a soul on you, the next tree you leave, you don't get a soul. I know, that makes no sense. But basically, if you break a tree, you're not getting purple souls for a long time. That's basically what it means. And that actually ended up killing my boy Axe Boy. It was a little bit too brutal of a nerf, unfortunately. Okay, the world's most useless. Okay, you know what? If you combine it with your stack, it's useful. What makes it useless is when you flywheel when you're anyway gonna take a hit. That's when it's useless. Okay, he's obviously gonna go to the window. May as well use it because the soul's gonna disappear. Look at the slowdown here. Oh man, he would have been dead there if I had the soul. Let's keep going in a circle like this. Yo, dead. Cool. Unfortunately, you kind of missed the Restful Road there. There wasn't even a noise for that hit. Alright. Oh, someone is nearby. Within 20 meters. There you are. Should have known, honestly. Alright, we're gonna be here all day. Oh, I got you. Okay, interesting. I guess we'll go out. Oh, nope. I don't let barmaid drinks go for free. I don't care that Batter's picking himself up. I don't care. I refuse to let these foolish people, when Blink is up, use their drink. I refuse. I just don't allow it. Like, it makes me so mad. Like, why? Why? Just don't use the drink. It's just so easy for me to kill you. Oh. I hate it, man. I hate barmaid. Not because I hate going against her. Just I hated these people, man. These people, man. It's just so easy for me to kill you. That's why I don't like barmaid. The heal takes too long. Most hunter abilities come back in faster than 19 seconds. Besides just blink, it being a guaranteed hit as well, which we didn't even need right there. The smoke screen he makes blocks some abilities like fog blade, statues, e-ship dash. That's so interesting. That reminds me of the original Ripper fog circle, where if you throw the fog blade, it would just collide on the edge of the fog circle. Oh, bringing me back. Honestly, I will say the fog circle for Escapologist looks so familiar to Ripper. It reminds me so much of the old Ripper back when he had those fog circles. They would be like, they would just be 32 meters big. They would be huge. They would be the same size like a Terror is. It's like, it's not about the wins, it's about the listen. Yeah. Guys, the right play is to go after Batter. I just don't care. I don't care. I don't care, man. I'm not giving you a free heal. That heal is so valuable, and it's also so bad. Because when are you actually even gonna get the heal if you're gonna get chased? I was being polite. I was be like, you know what? I'll let you live. I'll let you live, and I'll sacrifice your teammates. And then she used the bottle. Like, I'm not gonna allow that. I'm not gonna allow that. You're gonna use the bottle on my turf? Dude, not only does that crap taste nasty, I imagine, you're gonna do that, you think you can get the heal off. You're funny. You're funny, you know that. Alright. The only thing about Psych is that you have 2 people standing still to heal. I mean, it's way better. It's way better because you don't have to meet up. You can do Wi-Fi heal. You know, Barman is like the Ethernet heal. And who's using Ethernet? You know, only the no-life gamers are using Ethernet. I guess Miki's using Ethernet. We don't talk about Miki. Alright. Even I'm not using Ethernet. Guys, come on. Psychologist is on top. Wi-Fi, always saving the day. Wi-Fi heals. Can't go wrong with Wi-Fi. How can you go wrong with Wi-Fi? Get free Wi-Fi when you go. Alright, guys. That's gonna be it for the stream. I gotta go work on a lab assignment now. Excel. Love Excel. Man, I just love being a chemist. 20% of it doing in a lab, 80% writing crap that I do not care about. Working on Excel. Man, it's awesome. I love being a chemist. So much fun. Alright, guys. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for joining in on the stream. That was a fun stream. Played a little bit, just a little bit of Hunter, like not too much. I think we did still more Survivor matches, right? 9, 10, 11, 12, you know. You know, we did 12 Survivor matches and then we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900 matches, guys. That's less. That's still less, you know. Alright, guys. With that being said, claim my rewards. I'm dying over here. Voice is passing away with every second that I speak. Gotta share my photo for free stuff, except not really. JKIDV. When are you gonna fix that? Hopefully never, I hope. Free stuff. Alright. Make sure you get your free clues using that. Alright, guys. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining along. I am on break. I just took a summer class. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. I will see you guys later. There's been Psyche. Peace out, everybody. Have a good night. Good night, my boys and girls. See ya.